We're live. I'm gonna have to let Instagram know. They don't have to come to YouTube or Facebook because I can't do the Instagram live right now.
Because it ain't connected.
Yeah, it's somewhere you got to do it on the computer when you're using StreamYard, I believe. To get the screen key and everything.
Yeah, in that process.
Yes.
That's a sickening ass process right there.
Okay. Hey, Instagram. We're live. Sorry for the tardiness, honey. We're trying to get everything together right over here, baby.
Yeah.
But come to my Facebook, Bryant's Tax, or Tenacity's Facebook, Instagram, Tenacity Academy, and find us there because I am unable to do the StreamYard to my Instagram right now. So come over there. See you soon. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, I just shared it.
All right, y'all. We are currently live.
We are live. The video must be at least 1 minute long. Ain't that some bull? I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to show it for a minute. Okay. Oh, you on there? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this for like a minute. So, hey, this. I mean, why it gotta be a minute? Hey, y'all, this is the real. Hey, we real with this right here.
Yeah,
okay. We all trying to figure out how to do this thing.
Right.
Don't worry, we gonna get it. Okay.
Don't. Hey, listen. Vulnerability. Okay,
yeah, we trying to get this, and I'm trying to put on my Instagram that people need to come. But let me just make a post right quick because this ain't gonna work right here because I can't be holding this thing for a minute.
All right, we got. Okay, is somebody on there?
It's somebody
on Facebook. What's going on? We just gonna get the party started. We're gonna start talking about life, business, and how to pivot through it all. That's right. So welcome. If you're watching us from Instagram, you're watching us from Facebook, wherever you at, welcome. I got my girl, Miss Michelle Bryant, in the studio. And if you came to the workshop, everybody was talking about how Michelle killed it. Okay, so Michelle does taxes, bookkeeping, and she also just bought her own truck.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into all of the things, and the logistics and all of that. We're gonna get into it all, honey. Okay. So explain to my people exactly who you are. Give them a formal introduction of Michelle Bryant.
Right. Okay. My name is Michelle Bryant. I'm the owner of Bryant's Tax Logistics and Accounting Services, LLC. Yes. And now I own Brian's Logistics LLC. I put the emphasis on LLC. I started to do an in court, but that's a whole nother story. Okay. But yeah, so I am. I have those two businesses. I've been doing taxes since 1996. I've been doing been in the trucking industry since 1999. Okay. I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. Okay. So in addition to that, I also work a full-time. I work a 9 to 5. So I'm one of those working 9 to 5, run a business on the side. But now it's like a full-time business on the side, right? What else you need to know? I'm a civil engineer. I'm not a CPA, but I have been doing the business for so long. I go to classes. I take everything. Oh, I forgot about my mic. Yeah. Excuse me, y'all, for the audio.
I'm thinking you mic'd up.
I'm sorry, my bad. But yeah, so I take classes every year, tons of courses to continuously educate myself. Okay. And I always tell people when people call me like, oh, are you a CPA? I'm like, no, I'm not a CPA, but I'm a tax preparer who is very experienced and who knows her stuff. Okay. You have some CPAs that don't even do taxes, and you also have some CPAs that don't know about the different type of businesses so that you get all of your deductions. Okay. So in addition to that, I'm located in Forest Park, Georgia, which is 20 miles south. Well, not even 20 miles, a little closer than that.
Yeah.
It's about 10 miles south of Atlanta, Georgia, right near the airport. The airport is right around the corner, and I'm in the trucking capital. So in addition to doing taxes, I specialize in truckers' taxes. I do a lot of bookkeeping for the truckers. I do a lot of the admin stuff for the truckers, like if the fuel tax, IRP. I do a lot of the 2290s. The DOT stuff, the UCRs, the MCS 150, the DOT authority setup. Okay, and now
what the hell you talking about?
Okay,
okay.
It's our God stuff, baby.
Break it down.
It's our
They
God
looking like, I don't know
stuff.
what the hell that shit is.
It's a lot of stuff going on.
But listen, my girl sent me a picture of an 18-wheeler with a logo on it. Her logo on
But
the side.
26 foot box truck.
26
Yeah.
foot box.
But 18-wheeler gonna be next.
Just looking at that, and I'm like, wow, you have really grown.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, look at us.
I know, right?
Literally.
And you know what? I think about how, honey, you got to excuse me because I don't wear a lot of makeup, and I have these, and I don't wear lashes, but I have lashes on, and my flyaways keep getting caught up in my lashes, and I almost ripped it off 2 times already. So I'm trying to keep it from getting caught up in there. So excuse me, y'all. But anyway, I'm a little silly at times. But anyway, okay, so 26 foot box truck, and I think about what we went through. You know, the challenges we went through.
Right.
I know you ever since I was 15 years old. We
knew each other from the projects.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a long time ago.
Back when I was in Yamacross.
Girl. We had some time up in there.
We know each other from way
back.
And then from then to see where we're at right now and
It's
still
amazing.
growing,
Yeah.
it's like, God,
It's amazing.
What a transition.
It's a transition, and it's like the older we get, the better we get.
Yeah.
The more trials, and all those trials and tribulations we went through was preparing us for this time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So not to say that you have to go through something, but when you go through something and have that experience and turn that into a positive and use that to elevate yourself, that's a true blessing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Because so many people don't actually make it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever they go through, they get defeated.
Right.
You know, and they feel like they can't grow from it.
Right.
But you guys turned that pain and turned it into power. And now you guys are actually helping a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, how does that feel? I mean, because there is like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Yeah.
To have so many people to look up to you guys. Like, how does that feel?
I feel like pressure make diamonds. I feel like if it wasn't for the pain, then I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Like some people that got it too easy and it's handed to them, they don't feel the pressure. Like that's why people don't win when they get these big loans.
Right.
Because it's given to you.
Right.
It's different when you work for it and you're a little bit more strategic on how you spend it because you work real hard for it versus somebody just saying, here go 50 grand.
Right. And you know what I mean? You know how to flip it.
Exactly. Exactly. But I feel like I embrace the pain. I embrace all of the things that I went through in life and still going through.
Right.
I embrace it and keep going. It is always good to have a good partner on your side. Have some girls you can talk to.
Okay.
That can say, girl, get up and stop crying and bitching and complaining and let's go, let's do this business and stop playing.
Right.
This is my right hand girl right here. She always picking me up off the ground.
Okay. It's a blessing to have somebody. I was telling them when I was here for the event, I say it's a blessing to have somebody on your side that can carry you through, that can help you, to be there for you, then learn the business. You learned the business, you know the business, you exceeded in the business, and both of y'all are working together as partners. That's a blessing because let me tell you, that's all I got to say about that. You know, I have had an ex that was very supportive because he was a business owner as well. But then I've had an ex or couple exes that weren't as supportive or was competing with me or want me to do all these things to help him. And I'm like, dude, I'm only one person. I can help you, but don't so much I can do. I work and run my business, so I can give you the tools, but you got to run with it.
Right.
He didn't want that. That wasn't good enough.
That wasn't
So
good.
we didn't last.
Y'all gotta find somebody that's gonna support you in this vision that you got. Because running a business is hard work.
Very hard.
Yeah.
I'd be damn if I be with a partner that ain't with this grind that I'm on. If you
Right.
ain't with what I got going on,
Yeah.
we can't make it happen together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
long story short, you guys definitely choose wisely, okay?
Yeah.
Because a partner in business, they can either elevate you or they can tear everything apart.
Yeah.
So definitely choose wisely.
Yeah.
So just getting back, I feel like I'm about to be interviewing y'all.
Okay.
Right? I'm about to get my David Shands on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And y'all feel free to call in because we're just talking right
Yeah.
now about business,
Yeah.
life, growing.
Yeah.
But if y'all have any questions about taxes, bookkeeping, how to grow your cleaning business,
Trucking.
this is the time to
Yeah.
tap in. Talk to us. We here.
Right.
We on a boring Saturday. We in the office
Yeah.
drinking mimosas.
Yeah.
We just chilling.
Yeah.
Okay. So feel free. Call that number. Call my business line right there. Hit us up. Okay.
Yeah. Look, I'm sitting here looking at the setup. Like I had to get y'all like the little lady cups. Listen, I'm straight up. Look,
We got lady cups.
yeah, I can't do the lady cups. All right,
Right, you ain't got the red cup.
I was getting ready to, but just getting into the topic of pivoting in business. Like, how did you guys know when to pivot and not like staying still? Like, how did you know that?
You want me to answer that first? Or?
Answer first.
Okay. Well, when the money started getting low or when customers start getting low, with the tax business is seasonal. Okay. So that's why I had to implement the trucking piece of it because I kept having a lot of truckers contact. Okay. They want me to do this. They want me to do that. They want me to do this. And that happened after I had this growth, So I said, well, you know what? Let me put the two together, trucking and logistics, because I'm doing both. They can go hand in hand.
Right.
So I can do more of the trucking side, and I'm talking about the admin piece on the off season, which I still do it during the in season of taxes, but I carry it on through the off season and go from there. And you have a lot of truckers who are business, or mostly they're owner operators, or they have their own authority, they're carriers. So their taxes are not done by April 15th. So I'm still doing taxes. I got one I got to do I got 3 of them I have to do when I get back. Trucker tax returns. So you're able to continue getting that revenue throughout the year and the different admin piece throughout the year. Now, when I brought on the trucking piece, Brian's Logistics, I started that in 2021. But I started with the anticipation of starting out in 2021, but I couldn't. Things weren't right, for me. I had to make sure I had the time, I had the money, and I had to figure out which direction I wanted to go with it. Do I want to do an 18-wheeler? Do I want to do a 26 footer? Hello, how you doing? So you're what, 1099 employed, 1099 contractor?
1099.
Okay.
Oh, you got to get the thing out the trunk. Oh,
see, they still working over here. They still working, honey. The work don't stop.
The work don't stop, y'all. The work don't stop.
I entertain y'all. The work don't stop, baby. We still working over here. If y'all have any questions, you can call in or put a message on my StreamYard. I'm on Bryant's Tax, and you see I have on makeup today. I had my makeup done by Veranda Marshall, and he told me, he said, "Look, you need to do something for yourself at least 2 times a month and get your makeup done." And I said, "Well, yeah, you're right. But see, I don't really have nowhere to go to wear makeup, and I guess I can go out to a nice lounge with my nice makeup and stuff like that. So I think I might take them off, take them up on that because it does look good. But anyway, what you talking about? I'm talking about makeup." But my lashes keep getting caught up in my hair. Now I got too much hair on my head, but yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
she was talking about pivoting. She was talking about when do we know when to pivot. You're right. When the money get funny and when you're just not excited about it no more, it's time for a change.
It's time for a change.
Reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
I'm huge on that. Like if shit boring and people ain't really fucking with it, reinvent yourself.
Yes.
If you gotta change that boring ass logo, if you gotta change them colors, if you need a new look, do whatever you need to do to get excited about your business again.
Yeah, because it can drain you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can lose the excitement.
Mhm.
You can not want to do what you.
And see,
Dude.
the thing is, this ain't no job.
It's not a
You know what
job.
I'm saying? Like, if you don't do the work, then nobody eats. If you don't get up and do what you got to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do things to keep that momentum going. What are you gonna do to stay excited about your shit? I actually just recently changed Tenacity Academy logo. We used to have a little circle.
Yeah,
I got bored.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
I ain't telling y'all to do nothing that I ain't already did.
Yeah.
Okay, for Tenacity Clean, my first logo had a city in the background.
Yeah, it did.
And people used to keep saying Tenacity Clean. I was like, what the fuck is Tenacity? Like, but then I looked at the logo that the boy created. It had a city in the background. So I'm like, I said, okay, let me change it. Let me get a little girl. I said, make a girl run into
because
the
you
room.
can still, I just noticed that. Okay, you can pronounce tenacity in a way where it's Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah, because and then if you look at how he did the logo, it say Tenna in one color, and then it say city in another color.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
see how that.
Yeah, you see how people get it kind of twisted.
Yeah,
and I'm like, nah, they gotta understand this tenacity. It's a purpose of why I call myself that. So y'all gotta understand.
Yeah.
So never be afraid to reinvent yourself. That cleaning company seem boring right now. Reinvent.
Yeah.
Start reinventing that company.
Yeah.
We can't read no comments on here.
I can't read a comment, but I can read it. Yeah,
I signed it already.
Yeah, I can't read it. And especially I ain't got my glasses on because I can't read a goddamn thing.
Y'all is too funny. Y'all is too funny. Somebody said, yes, no pain, no gain.
Okay.
That's right.
I know
I think about that song, okay?
No pain.
Yeah.
No gain. Hey. I can't know who sang that. Betty Wright? Was that Betty Wright?
Listen, I
Tell my age. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Oh, Rita Franklin. Oh, somebody's singing. Help us out now.
Somebody. But y'all go ahead and call in. Call the number. Y'all can call 912-604-1421 if you want.
But I don't have
all
Betty Wright. Oh.
I know you would know.
Yeah.
She got an old spirit.
Old spirit.
She got an old
That's
soul.
good.
I'm telling you.
But you know what? With my old soul, I'm gonna give you a little 2 cents about myself. I got an old soul, so when guys approach me and ask me to go out and stuff like that, I'm like, one person asked me for some coffee. I said, is this something new? Cause I'm used to being asked for dinner. So when the coffee started, cause I already drunk coffee this morning, I don't want no more coffee. And I ain't trying to drink no coffee while I want to slip on some wine or some tequila or something. I ain't trying to drink no coffee. Yeah.
How late in the day was it that the guy asked you for some coffee?
Well, it was like, he was like, go get some coffee this evening.
It was around 11, 12.
It was like this evening. Get coffee. I guess he wanted to go about 6 or 7. I don't know. But he was an older guy. I was like, dude, I thought you would, I didn't say it to him, but I was thinking, I was like, damn, we older than me. Where does coffee best come from? Anyway.
You do like coffee though.
Yeah, I do like coffee.
If you see Michelle house, she got a beautiful house though.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful house. But this is the coffee queen right here.
Coffee
okay.
queen.
When we went to the Invest Fest, that's the first thing she ran to is the coffee booth.
Yes, honey. I love me some coffee, honey.
Okay.
And you know what? I think I have like a little, I don't know. I love going to different places. Like when I travel, and I just have to get coffee from that city. Right. You know what I mean? Right. It's like I have a thing for it. I don't know what it is, but my daddy got me hooked on it since I was 18. So
Lord have mercy.
He would bring me. When I started in trucking, I was 18 years old. My dad was a agent for Pioneer Transport.
Okay.
And he was also a driver. So I was in the office learning how to dispatch. My dad would bring me a cup of coffee every morning.
Oh.
Every morning. So he the one did it. He got me on coffee.
Coffee is addictive and it's not even good.
Yeah.
It's not even all that good.
Well, I mean,
what is y'all over here talking about?
We talk about coffee. Yeah, we just chat. We don't use the come back. Yeah. I don't talk about men and coffee dates and all this stuff.
That's all.
Yeah.
And they ain't asking no questions, so you got to interview us. You got to ask the question.
Oh, I like this. Okay, great. Okay. So we left off talking about pivoting in business.
Yeah.
And did you talk?
Oh yeah, I did, but I didn't get into the trucking piece of it. So also I implemented the trucking piece, and then when I was ready, you're talking about the funding.
Mhm.
Well, I took my funding and reinvested into the trucking company, right?
Okay. Okay.
So I had to figure out which way I want to go, whether I want to do 26 footers, whether I want to do 18 wheelers, whether I want, and see, she a working woman. So you got she's still working. She handling business over here. Okay.
Mhm.
Whether I want to do 26, 18 wheelers, whether I want to do cars or a van,
Mhm.
there's different avenues you can go. So I have to make sure that I knew which avenue I want to go. So I said, okay, let me do this. I want something that I can drive, just in case one of my drivers act up and I need to go pick it up. Okay, so many times we start these trucking companies and we want to get an 18-wheeler, but we don't have a CDL. We can't drive it. So you're at mercy of the driver to drive your truck. Okay, so you don't want to be in that position. And what if that driver leave that truck and say, I'm taking a flight or a Greyhound back home? Who gonna get your truck from wherever? You're gonna have to pay somebody, go pick that truck up and drive it back.
Wow.
So that's why I went the 26-foot box truck route, non-CDL. And it's been going good.
So you don't need CDLs to drive your truck.
My truck. Yeah. So you have different ones. I have the non-CDL one, so I only can carry up to 26,000 pounds.
Oh.
Well, not up to 26,000. The total weight has to be no more than 26,000 pounds. So if you subtract the weight of the truck from the 26,000, that's how much I can carry.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
No CDL. So what is the requirements to be a truck driver, to drive your trucks?
Well, just have to have driving license with a 3-year history for the insurance purposes.
Okay.
For me, no accidents, no tickets, or anything like that on your driver's license for the last 3 years, because that would mess up my insurance rate and it will go up.
Right.
So I also do a background check. Now I'm not a person where you got to have the perfect background.
Mhm.
I don't care what you have, but I have to do that background check.
Yeah.
For my audit,
Right.
for my purposes, plus my reason, plus certain things like if you recently scammed or stole something, then okay, that would disqualify you.
So are you afraid of, I know this thought probably came in your head, but I know we all business owners, we probably all thought about having company vehicles before.
Yeah.
But have you ever thought about somebody like stealing your car, your vehicle?
No, because with my insurance, and the reason why I have good insurance, I love my insurance. Let me tell you, my insurance is not that expensive. I'm sorry, I gotta look at my phone because my driver's picking up right now. So I have to make sure he's not texting me about an issue.
You good.
Because we already spoke this morning and we had some things that was going on at the shipper. So I just want to make sure. So if you see me look down, I want to make sure that's not him texting.
Oh.
But anyway, what should I say now?
Have you ever thought about somebody stealing?
Oh yeah, still I was going into the insurance. Okay. So with this insurance company I'm with, they have this, they use Samsara, which is like the GPS, ELD, all-in-one tracking device.
Okay.
And they track the amount of miles that you drive so that it determines your monthly rate. Okay. So I can go into the Samsara app, or I can go on the web and pull up and log in and pull up where my truck is, and it will give the exact location down to the T. It gives the location, it gives how much fuel is in the truck, it gives my I get however many miles per gallon, the miles per gallon. It gives a lot of information on that because everything is hooked to that truck. So you can't, disconnect it. If you disconnect it, I immediately get a message.
Wow. Can you put that on any car?
Yeah. I think you can.
How do you get it?
Well, with my insurance, it was a requirement. So they mailed it to me, but you can go online and purchase it, separately. But from what I've seen with the load boards and stuff, because right now I'm working with the load boards until my business is old enough. Okay, when my business is old enough and I have more people added to my fleet, more trucks added to my fleet, then I'm gonna start having, walking and knocking on doors and stuff like that, trying to get my own contracts and stuff. That's the goal. But for now, I'm working on the low boards for now. And then on the low boards, I see where people have, they have freight for cars, they have freight for vans and for sprinters. So sprinters and vans are the same thing, but they have freight for that as well. So you can hook up your car with that Samsara so that you can know where it's at all times and give the exact location, so you won't have to, worry about somebody going. You know what I mean? They give you that ease at night. So
Good.
yeah.
Okay. Good insurance, girl.
Yeah. My insurance is pretty good. Knock on wood. Hope it stays that way.
I know it's pretty expensive too.
Yeah. Well, okay. Depends on how you fund your business. See, that's why you have to come to. Let me tell you one about my workshop I'm having, and then we're gonna go into the insurance part
Let's
of
talk
it.
about it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's October 26th, 2024, down in Forest Park, Georgia. It's called "Learn How to Pivot in Your Life and or your business." Okay. In this workshop, we're gonna have the trucking father and sons. Okay, they've been in the trucking business for a total of about 40, 50 years. Okay, in experience. Okay, you have experiences from all walks of life. Owner operator to carrier with multiple trucks, carrier with one truck, a local truck. We'll be talking with you. And then you have the beautiful Queens of Queens, Tenacity.
Yes.
Tenacity Academy.
Look, I almost feel like Tenacity
Yeah. They will be
giving
in
our
the
value.
building. Yes. And then I have the financial aid export. I'm talking about trucking, Lord. Get trucking off my mind, because I've been talking trucking all morning before I got here. Okay. The financial aid expert will be in the building to talk about financial aid, but we'll go more into that. So I say that to say, and the ticket's only $125. The information will be in the description box below. Get your tickets now, because the price will increase later. All right. So what you asked me about the insurance? So the reason why, okay. So when I decide to pivot, if you ever notice these big old companies that's down the road, going up and down the road, their businesses are based out of Indiana. Okay, they're based out of Indiana, another state, for a reason.
Right.
The insurance costs, the cost of doing business is a lot less. You have people who create their business in Delaware for some reasons, or create their business in Nevada, wherever, wherever they create their business at.
Right.
Nevada, New Mexico, I think, is where people create their business where you can't track it or whatever. But anyway, they create their businesses in these states so that, because the cost of doing business is a lot less. The most expensive part of the cost doing, your business, the cost of business, are the insurance. Okay, so y'all have insurance.
Yeah.
Everybody has insurance. I had drivers that would call me and be like, "Oh, I set up the DOT authority, but they can't afford insurance."
Right.
They want $20,000 down and plus $5,000 a month.
Jesus.
All this money. Well, if they had set their company up in another state who are more insurance friendly, then they may be able to, have a less cost of business when it come down to the insurance costs. So
you could do that.
That was part of the pivoting.
Yeah. That's my question. I want to take a deep dive into that, because a lot of people ask a lot of questions about starting business in a different state, because you've got different rules and regulations.
Right. Yeah.
But can you elaborate on that? Like, how does something like that work?
Well, in order to start, because of my experience, and let me get a little refill.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all y'all. That's why I got my
And we'll dive. That's good. And I'm put a little bit of orange juice, and we'll dive into that. The cost of when you open up a business in another state, it depends on what state you're in. So you want to do what state has the most advantages. So you want to do your research, determine which state that you need to open your business in first. Now, you want to make sure what are the rules in opening that business in that state, whether you have to be a resident, whether you can open up your business only in that state, what documents are needed, for that state, whether you need a physical office. See, a lot of times you have people doing virtual offices. Okay. You cannot have a business in another state as a virtual. Now you can have it for the moment, but when you start operating
Yeah.
and you start submitting that address and stuff, it's going to come up as a virtual office.
Right.
People ask me how. I had no idea. I remember I set somebody up with the DOT authority
Mhm.
and they got an email saying they need a new address because that address is a virtual address. So I don't know if I'm thinking you can go through the post office to check, like if the address submitted to the post office, they're able to check to see if it's a virtual office or not.
Okay.
So you want to make sure. So what I did, I'm gonna give you my steps, okay? What I did was because of my experience in setting all this stuff up, I went and looked for the setup, what it would take, what I would need, blah, blah, blah. So I made sure that I had all those things in place. Now, up until recently, I did have a virtual office, but I wasn't doing business. I just had everything set up. Okay. When I started doing business before then, and I prepare myself, I plan a month or two out from the start date. I switch it and got an actual office.
Gotcha.
So whenever I'm doing my TikToks and stuff, I got a little TikTok. You see this one little picture behind me because it's an office. And I'm not about to go to do no Uber and stuff to Walmart to get stuff to decorate it. It just looked the way it looked. That's how it's gonna look. I make money in that. That's all I need.
Right.
But yeah, so I have an actual office.
Mhm.
And then because of that and a few other things that I had set up, I was able to. Oh, you got some comments?
It says, good morning. I hope all is well. That's Mr. Williams.
Oh, good
That's all.
morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I don't think I have any comments on mine yet. Everybody getting ready for the night.
Because we at 11 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah, people ain't trying to. Yeah,
Look, they probably just getting out of bed.
People be trying to enjoy their Saturdays.
Yeah, running errands and stuff and all that good stuff.
Be doing.
But they'll catch it later.
They'll catch it later.
Yeah, they'll catch it later.
But yeah,
So I was able to look at the requirements, get all the requirements, meet the requirements. So when it was time for me to purchase my truck, I purchased my truck and everything in my business name, everything in my business. When I registered that truck, I didn't have any issue because everything was in my business, including the office. You know, the EIN, everything's business. So and I have people who have come to me and asked me to set up their trucking company. I will do that. I will set up your trucking company, set up your business. I will set up all your things that you would need to start getting runs. I will help you look for a truck. I will do all those things for a fee. So just call me 770-460-5294, or you can email me at dispatch at brianslogistics.com. I'm about to say Brian's Tax Logistics. When you have two companies around the same name, it can be a little confusing, okay, at times. But yeah, for a little fee, for a fee, I can do that. And I will also train you in office with my assistants and everything else and do all that stuff.
Okay. So which one do you feel like is better to have? Because we always talk about virtual addresses. People tend to get confused on which one to get. Like, do they go with WeWork, Regal? Like, what type? Like, which one would you prefer someone to go to?
Well, if you're going to have a virtual office only, then I use Regis. Regis was good because you want to think about the future. When you setting everything up, sometimes we don't think about where we're going and what we may need in the future. We just thinking about right now. So if you plan to eventually get an office space, office suite or whatever, you want to go with a place that easily to transition.
Right.
So Regis, because I was with Regis, the address stayed the same. It was easy for me to transition into that office space within Regis because it's already the same office building,
right?
The same address. I didn't have to change the addresses on anything because it's the same. And then I have a suite number, but I don't have to put that on my paperwork because Regis receptionists, their front desk people, will put my mail in my office for me. Right. So I was in Georgia, up in Forest Park, and my paperwork came for my truck, and I needed that paperwork so that I can get it on the road because I picked up my truck from Georgia.
Right.
What
Sorry.
happened?
Sorry. Eunice said it's Miss, not Mister. Okay.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Sorry.
All right.
But yeah, so I sent an email to the front desk at Regis and asked them to open the package and send it to me. And they, for a small fee, they were able to do that for me, and I was able to get what I needed at that. So they're able to provide administrative services as needed, and they have everything there. They have the copier, the scanner, the coffee, the most important thing, the coffee, refrigerator.
Right.
They have everything there. So the only thing I do is I go put my stuff down, go to work.
I think WeWork is kind of the same though, right?
I've never dealt with WeWork because they've been in the news so much.
They have?
Yeah, because it's like they closed down some of their offices and stuff. Like
I don't know.
they filed bankruptcy or something. But WeWork is the same model, so I think it would be like the same. It would be the same.
I think it's the same.
It's the same.
I think it's the same model.
Yeah.
But every time someone talks about the virtual address, WeWork and Regis come to mind.
Okay, yeah. WeWork should be the same as Regis.
Okay.
But I just know WeWork, from what I can remember, had been new, so I don't know. I know Regis been around for a while and stuff, so that's why I feel a little bit more comfortable going with them. And then not only that, okay, so I had my virtual office, remember, since 2021 in Indiana. So I had 2 events. One of them in 2022 was at the Regis in downtown Atlanta. Okay, so because I already had that relationship with Regis in Indiana, I was easily able to have my event at the Regis in Atlanta, and that's the day I met Bill Bellamy.
Oh,
In person. That's the day I had took my picture with Bill Bellamy.
Okay, so if you got a virtual address, you can basically use that address. Can you use it anywhere around the world?
Well, what happened is with Regis, because I have that address, I have that account open, I can go into a space, a Regis space anywhere.
Anywhere. Where's a Regis?
Where there's a Regis. That's right.
That's dope.
I had to pay a small fee, which was nothing compared to what I had to pay for. When you paying for an event space, I had to pay a very, very small fee. And it was on Saturday and Sunday, and they were able to find somebody to work that Saturday and Sunday. So they paid someone to work that Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, and that person probably got overtime. So the fee I paid was nothing compared to what they got. So they still, was able to accommodate me that way. So that's why I like, and I had the use of everything while I was there. So that's why I like working with Regis. They're so nice and opening and welcoming. And then when my driver come there, he can just drop off his paperwork and have them put it in my office.
I love it.
Yes.
So let's talk about this whole BOI thing. Because you keep blowing me up.
Yeah.
And I know it's October, you guys.
Yes.
October, you ain't got long if you ain't got it already.
December will be here before you know it.
December will be here before you know it. And
Yes.
everybody needs to have the BOI.
Yes.
So can people put a virtual address on the BOI, or does it matter? Or that's the question that has been coming to me lately.
Well, that's a good question. And to be honest with you, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But what I would say is, I can't remember the form, whether they asked for 2 addresses, whether they want a physical address and a mailing address.
They don't.
But because I did mine early this year, so I can't remember.
They didn't ask for a physical and a virtual. They just asked for an address.
If I was y'all, I wouldn't put no virtual address on there because it's virtual. It's not a true real address. And you talking about the fencing. The fencing, in my opinion, is over the IRS. You got the IRS and you got the fencing. That's like the financial crime unit.
Right.
And they work hand in hand.
You would tell everybody to
use their home address if they don't have one. Yeah.
Or their business address.
Right. Because what they're trying to determine is who owns these businesses. There was so much fraud during the pandemic, right? And people started these businesses with fake information or whatever information or whatever to get these loans that was given out during the pandemic. They're trying to track down who owns this stuff so that they can get that money back for those who fraudulently obtained the stuff. So you only have to do it one time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you have some companies, some people who have shell companies. They have the LLC that owns this and that owns that and this and they're trying to find out who owns what so they know who to come after. Okay, so if y'all have an EIN, you need to file that VOI.
What? Oh, I ain't gonna say that.
What they say?
Miss Eunice, she on it. She talking about
This
what y'all.
unit's called a number.
She said, what y'all got in those glasses and cups?
Oh, we got some good.
We got a little something.
But
something
for real, I wanted to ask you, Michelle, just as a tax preparer and also just dealing with the trucking,
Yeah.
like, what have you seen, which is the most like tax deduction, like mistake that people don't take advantage of, like in trucking and in business, like that you do?
Well, I would say the one thing is their cars. Okay, everybody know about the mileage standard millage rate,
Right.
but they don't know about depreciation that goes along with that. It's either or.
Right.
Okay.
When you use a standard, it may not benefit you as much if you don't have as many miles versus having the actual expenses where you're able to use depreciation. Yeah. So what I normally do is I look at the miles that the business miles, okay, to determine whether you're going to get more money going that route or it would benefit you more going the other route using your actual expenses and get that deduction that way with the standard with the depreciation. Now, one mistake I see a lot of tax preparers make when it comes to trucking taxes. Okay, not so much with the cleaning companies with this, because this is pertaining with the trucking. Because a lot of cleaning, I'm talking about vehicles. A lot of cleaning vehicles, you all are using your personal vehicles to move whatever you need to move to get to that client. Well, with commercial vehicles, you're not supposed to do the standard millage rate, the standard millage rate deduction for your vehicles. It's supposed to be actual. Okay. If you use that, you will get audited. Okay. So you will get audited if you use that. So you have to use actual expenses when you deduct your vehicles because it's commercial. You're unable to use the standard millage rate deduction for a commercial vehicle.
Okay. So what you saying that because I do remember like because I was reading up on something and it says that because I kind of saved my notes here because I come here today. So okay, so I'm not sure what they were trying to say, but it was just saying that they're growing towards electrical and autonomous trucking right now as far as the vehicle. But with that being said, like how do you feel that the future is going to be with that, with everything happening like it is? Like, how do you feel that they can pivot through that?
Well, I attended a meeting when they were discussing electric trucks, commercial vehicles, and when they were discussing self-driving commercial vehicles. Okay. And I believe Tesla had created 2 18-wheelers that were self-driving, but something happened in California both times. And I think it did that program, but it had to stop. And then I believe there's a few companies that are using the self-driving within a certain mileage or on their yard or whatever. Okay. But my thing is with the future in trucking, I don't think the self-driving will take over as far as the trucking because it's too much of a risk.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when it's you've got to have a human there to do a lot of these things. And then with the electric trucks or the electric commercial vehicles, yes, it would save on gas prices, but the price of that vehicle would be sky high. Because think about it, if you own a electric car, to change the battery costs just as much as a darn car. From what I heard, it's like 20-something thousand, whatever, to change the battery. And how long the battery lasts, and who gonna save or who has 20-something thousand in their bank account just waiting to pay for a battery? So what if your battery go out, you buy it used, and your battery go out, and it has to be replaced? Who gonna pay for it? There's no warranty that's gonna pay for the battery. So how are you gonna pay? And if you put it on a credit card, good luck to that credit card payment.
What would you tell the people is the best way to track the balance?
Yeah.
Well, there are mileage apps. I'm old school. There are mileage apps where you can track the mileage, but you can get like a look. You ever seen them? Y'all got them over there, them little notebooks.
Yeah.
You just write down your mileage, your beginning and ending mileage, where you went or whatever. So just in case you get audited, you can turn that over to the IRS.
So
You know?
they're turning over like something handwritten to the IRS?
Yeah, a copy of it. Yeah. Yeah, I had one person that was audited, and the IRS was wondering because that person didn't have their receipts and stuff to back up, anything.
Yeah.
So the IRS asked for a handwritten or type or whatever who this person clients were. Just something showing that you got the income from them and that these expenses were valid because
they accepted that.
yeah, they accepted if you provide it.
What do you do
Yeah,
when
they
a person
accept it.
comes in and they don't know, like, far as like not keeping their receipts? Like, how do you deal with somebody like that?
Well, if somebody don't keep their receipts, I ask, do they have a business bank account? Because a lot of people don't keep their receipts. So I asked about the business bank account. And they're like, yeah, I got the business bank account. Okay, we can go that way.
Okay.
Now, it depends on the industry. Now, if you're a truck driver, and I keep saying trucking because my life has been not but trucking. I swear.
Y'all gotta excuse her.
Well,
She in the trucking industry, okay?
I've been dealing with trucks since 1999. That's a long
You started off in
time.
that industry, baby. Yes.
Long time. I could have been a multi-millionaire from it, but it wasn't my time. I had a lot of foolishness and full of people around that would have, yeah. So anyway, that's another story for another day. But anywho, now what was the question again?
Hey, listen. So yeah, I was asking like, what do you do when people don't have receipts?
Okay, when they don't have receipts. Okay, so I look at the bank statements, right? And some of them, a lot of them do have it in their bank statement, so then I have to pull the information from it. But if they don't have it in their bank statement, say for example, a truck driver, I would get that. He's like, oh, I don't have my receipt. Well, I know from my experience that you drove and this 1099 is for $200,000.
Right.
I know how much fuel you use, and we can use a fuel calculation thing to determine how much fuel you had to purchase in order to make that much money. Things that are common sense, that are standard, that are common sense, okay? Fuel common sense, insurance common sense. You're going to buy tires, that's common sense. You're going to have to, you have per diem, that's common sense. Some things are just common sense that I plug in there, but all that extra stuff, I ain't going to put it in if you ain't got no receipt.
Okay, so you can use your bank statements and say, hey, I went to the gas station, this is how much I spent it on gas.
Yes.
But who's to determine that all of that money was on gas and then you didn't buy some Skittles with it?
Well, that'd be up to the auditors. That would be up to the auditor. They'd be like, okay, I'm gonna accept this or not. So that'd be on them if they accept it or not. But they will, if you don't have your receipts, they can ask for. And when I say they, with my tax clients, I have this thing called Protection Plus. I don't know if y'all check your paperwork, but you do have Protection Plus. Protection Plus is who I hire and who I pay for every client to assist them with the audit just in case they get audited. Okay. So Protection Plus, if you get that letter, you send it to them and they will work with you one-on-one on the gathering the documents, submitting the documents, helping you submit the documents and everything to the IRS for this audit. All right. So if you don't have your receipts, the auditors will ask, or Protection Plus, they will ask for your bank statements and they will what they call reconstruct your expenses and your income in order to satisfy that audit. Yeah. Good. But it would be up to the auditors to determine, okay, are we going to take this? Is this really Skittle? You know what I mean? Like, are we going to take this convenience store for $3? If you see $103 transaction, they may or may not take that.
Gotcha.
And then you have to pay that money back.
Okay. So what are some things that you would say the cleaning industry needs to prepare for tax season?
Well, I noticed that. Yeah, I know y'all have a lot of equipment that you have to use to clean for. I see a lot of equipment on your videos that you use. All that stuff is deductible, but you have to keep up with how much you pay for it. If you've written it, how much you've written. Do you have the contract? Keep up with that. If you pay for the day, month, and year that you purchase it, the price that you purchase it, the type, the name of it, description of it, all that have to go into your tax return. Okay, and that could be a deduction for you. All the supplies that you buy, you want to keep up with that because you may go in the Family Dollar, or you may go Walmart, you may go somewhere that's a lot closer instead of going to a janitorial supply company, pick up something to help you out, and then do whatever with the receipt. So all those trips add up.
Yeah.
You know?
So I got a question because listen, I was watching a video and I was just writing down everything. So I'm kind of waiting for this day.
Okay, girl.
So when people talk about tax deferred and capitalism, like what does that mean when it comes to tax deferred? Like what does that mean?
Now when you mean
like what's like when you take it out, like when you might take something out and just go into like cash value and your insurance and how that is tax deferred and
like health insurance and all that. Yeah. Well, see, I don't get into that because I don't have my license. Now I do know a little bit about it because I did take the class and I passed the test. And I was supposed to work part-time for an insurance company, but they never told me that I passed the test. I had to call the state to find out I passed the test, and I'll make a long story short, I never worked with them.
Oh,
gotcha. But the only thing I know of that I can speak on as far as tax deferred is like your health savings, your not health savings, the IRA.
Right. I was just getting ready to get into that. That's so crazy. Yeah. Because I want to know about how the tax deduction, like how can you invest into that as a 1099?
Yeah, with the IRAs, the traditional IRA, you'll be able to get a tax deduction. Or it's not a big deduction, it's a small deduction, but it helps though. Because you rather put it in your retirement account instead of paying it to Uncle Sam. You know what I mean? So that's a good way to do it. Now, when you have a Roth IRA, that means you're paying for your taxes up front. Okay, so say for example, you invest $1,000 where the tax is coming off that $1,000, the rest is going into your IRA. You don't get a deduction for that because you already paid the tax. But when you have the traditional IRA, which is you get a tax deduction for it, then you're not paying that taxes up front. You're going to pay it when you pull it out. So you're able to get that deduction. So I guess that's deferring, you know.
No, that actually answered my question.
Yeah. But it's a few people I know who have who taxes I've done who have a traditional IRA, but they qualify because they make too much money.
Okay, so
there's an income cap on that.
Now what's too much money?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's a limit. I think this one person, the last person most recent person taxes I've done, total they had in their household a little over 200 grand. Well, not a little, it's about 225, something, 250, something like that. Between 225, 250. Yeah. So they definitely couldn't. And in addition to that, you know, you can't get your education credit if you have kids in college because you exceeded that threshold.
What?
Yeah. So she wasn't able to take advantage of the education credit because, you know, she had made too much. They made too much.
So let's just say for an example, if I don't go and work, if I don't go and work for somebody, right, to be able to get that 401k and stuff like that to get my IRA.
Well, it's different. Well, it's different when you 1099 contract. This the people that I'm talking about, they were W-2 employees. Okay, so the 1099 contractor, or when you have a business tax return, LLC, corporate, whatever, they're looking at your net profit. So it depends on what your net profit is, what drives whether you qualify for that other deduction.
Got it.
Yeah, but when I went to an IRS tax form last year. Oh, somebody had a question?
Look, somebody said, yes, I try my best to keep up with all of my receipts or tracking things through my business account. My accountant is awesome. He's able to calculate mileage through the dollar amount that was made. That's what she said.
Okay, good.
Okay. Yeah. One thing I can say is like just this whole thing is tricky. Just making sure you're doing everything the right way.
Yeah.
Everything in you, like you be wanting to commingle accounts, and because a
Yeah.
lot of people make that mistake in the beginning
Yeah.
when they're starting business, whether it's trucking, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But what would you say would be the success way for somebody to set themselves up to not run into these problems when it
Sit
comes
with
to
a tax professional and go through a tax planning.
Mhm.
Yeah, sit with a tax professional, go through tax planning because those services are offered. And
Oh, what's that mean? Delivery? What we got?
no, that's somebody visit my website. So just the just a little side note, I set up this thing called Tidio with my website. So if you I'm a little techie, I hate to say it, I'm a little techie, y'all.
Ain't no wrong with it. Go care to share. Come on.
Tidio is if you ever been on somebody's website and it say, hello, how you doing? It works with the AI.
Mhm.
How may I help you? Like a chat box.
Mhm.
And then so that will notify me and let me know if someone is on my website so I can respond to that and say, hey, if you need anything, let me know
Mhm.
or whatnot. Or they can put in a question where I have it set up where they answer those questions. And if it's something that's not already previously set up, then it would notify me and I'll be able to answer the question. And all that stuff.
That's a
So it's on my
What is it
website,
called?
Tidio, Tidio. I
Yeah.
can give y'all my referral code.
Wow. That's how they be doing it.
Yeah,
Oh
and you
my
can do the same with Instagram and Facebook and stuff. The messenger, if you like say, oh, text BTLA, then I can have it set up where if you do BTLA, then this information will come up about whatever it is that. But I haven't set the key code thing part up yet. I haven't had time to do all that.
That's actually really good because that actually beats the chat box.
Mhm.
It's like a real time chat.
Right. Like
I've experienced that before when I went on somebody's website and then somebody just started chatting with me. I'm like, damn.
See, it tells me that this person, that these people were on.
oh wow.
And then if I click on it, that's my welcome message. So I already have my welcome message.
Did you set that up like
Uh-huh.
yourself? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then if I want to join, it'd be like, oh, if you need me, then I hit join and send a message to them.
Y'all, come on now. She giving y'all major gems. Y'all better take advantage of it, especially with
I'll be
being
so
clean.
busy. Yeah. So in the cleaning industry,
Yeah.
you can have it set up on whatever you want to have it set up. And then, people like, oh, they ask a question where you can have those answers already previously set.
Mhm.
And then you can join and be like, oh, how many, just talk to them or whatnot. So
Okay. Well, I mean, like it's so much information to like know about when it comes to trucking and comes to taxes, and it's just like eating an elephant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want to be organized. The main thing is
how did you get tangled into both of them at the same time though?
I think when I had the stroke in December 2017 is when I said, okay, I need to put this together. Because what happened was it was in December. Taxes was in January. Tax season started in January.
Mhm.
A lot of people didn't know I had a stroke.
Yeah, because I ain't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know until you said that.
A lot of people didn't know, and a lot of people still don't know. Now, the only thing that really affects me is my memory. Sometimes I'll be asking, I'm like, what y'all say? Now, I do. My brother them tell me I'm full of it, but I tell them, I say, no. What is it? I can't remember some things. It takes me a little minute to remember some things. But somebody said something.
Let's see. We got people coming in. Sounds great. Thank you.
Good. We got some people coming in.
Somebody said, thank you so much. This helps a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So we got people tapped in.
I got one person hanging on my end. Hey, y'all.
I can't.
Hey, whoever that is.
And we need some of y'all to call a number. Call the line and talk to us.
Yeah.
If you got any questions about the cleaning industry, taxes, bookkeeping, now's your time to call in.
Yeah, I'm gonna send another MailChimp. So with my MailChimp, I have it on my phone, and I can do. It says still sending. It's been sending forever because there's so many people, and so it takes a little time.
Mm-hmm.
I can do like a repost, so I can replicate it and resend to people.
Mm-hmm.
So I just click the repost button, replicate button. So I'm gonna create it again, and then I'm gonna change the subject line to go to YouTube.
Wow. And you doing all that on MailChimp?
Yep.
On your phone?
Yep.
Yo, Michelle, do you got some like documents and stuff for people to take advantage of, like to help them out?
MailChimp is free, right? You got the
Well,
free version or the paid one?
no, I have to pay one now because I like my business has grown so much to outgrew the free stuff. I don't have anything free anymore.
Right.
Because I outgrew it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what happened when you
cost.
grow. That's what happened.
I mean, I'm grateful, but hell.
But see, when you grow, you can afford to pay for it.
Yeah,
But let's see who that is. Somebody calling in.
okay. I'm gonna say
I'm waiting for a call to come.
Hello. Yes. It sounds like Miss Lisa.
Finally got somebody to call.
Yeah.
I think it's our angel here. Is that you, Miss Lisa? Hello. Hi.
Hey. Who's this?
This is Lisa. I told you.
Lisa.
Hi.
Girl, we was waiting for somebody to call in.
I'm watching and talking at the same time.
Yeah, Lisa is a member of our community. Thank you so much for calling in, Miss Lisa.
So everything is great. I have a couple questions for Miss Michelle.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Miss Lisa.
Hi, Miss Lisa. I'm here.
Okay, so my very
Might wanna
first
pull this up a
question
little bit.
is about the BOI.
Uh-huh.
So I know you're talking about the addresses.
Yes.
So one question I have is about registered agents. So I have 2 registered agent addresses because I have 2 businesses.
Okay.
So I shouldn't use my registered agent address on my BOI at all, correct?
Correct. Correct. From what I can remember, they want the physical address of the business. So your registered agent is just your agent. But you should have a physical address of your business, and you want to put that on there if you don't want to use, or your home. The registered agent is there just so that you know how whenever you register a business and it pulls up your business address and everything all over the place, well, it will pull up that registered agent information and kind of secure and safely safeguard your home address when you have a registered agent. And that agent is able to accept mail from all over, okay, that's pertaining to your business. But the BOI, they want to know who owns this business.
Okay, got it.
Yes. You have any
Makes
more
sense.
questions?
Yes. So my other question is more of an income tax question.
Okay.
So
Oh, she listened to herself.
You listen to
Like
yourself.
JT said, turn down whatever you're listening to me on.
yeah. Okay, so here's the question. Okay. Okay. So I think a lot of people, including myself, get a little confused about the self-employment tax. So I'm actually working on my tax return for 2023 now because I usually do an extension because they owe me money.
Okay.
So I think what a lot of people don't understand is that when you have your own business, you have to pay your Social Security, also known as self-employment tax.
Social Security, Medicare. Mm-hmm.
Because when you work for your employer, you pay it and your employer pays it as well.
Yes.
So when you have your own business, you're actually paying closer to 15% of your income towards your self-employment, as opposed to 7.5%. And I think a lot of people get a little confused on that.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
What was the question?
So am I accurate in that statement that when you are preparing your taxes and you have to do the SE form, that you really have to take 15% of your net income as your self-employment tax?
The percentage,
I think it's the Schedule 1.
the percentage is, let me give you the exact percentage. I'm gonna give you 2023 percentage. 1 second. All right. So the percentage, the exact percentage is 15.3 for 22, 23.
Okay, great.
Not the same. That's going to be the same for 2024. Okay. I haven't seen those numbers come out yet across my desk, but let me see if it's online just yet. Self-employment rate 15.3. Yep. 15.3%. So normally with the self-employment taxes, that's why you pay the estimated tax. The estimated tax will go towards that money that will be owed for the self-employment tax. It will go towards your tax return, which will make up of self-employment taxes and regular ordinary income tax based off your net profit, okay? So when you pay that estimated tax payment every quarter, that will be added to, include into your tax return. So it offset those costs, offset those fees. That's if you will owe. And if you don't owe anything, or if you pay too much, you'll get that money back in a refund.
So you do actually get the self-employment quarterly payments back.
Well, it's not considered self-employment, it's estimated tax payments. And it will be refunded if you overpaid. So say, for example, if you owe 10,000 and in estimated tax payments, you pay 8,000, where you will only owe that difference of 2,000. But if you owe 10,000, you pay an estimated tax payment 15, you're going to get that 5,000 back.
Okay.
Hmm.
And if you don't pay your estimated taxes throughout the year, is there a penalty?
It can be a penalty. It just depends on your previous year tax return. She listening to herself talk back.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And then just one other question.
Sure.
Drawing a salary. So if you're working in your business, you're making money, and you're spending the money as you go, is that still considered drawing a salary? Or is that you're allowed to just spend the money that you're making, provided you just pay the correct taxes?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it just depends on how your business set up. You know, it depends on the type of business structure you have. But we can get more into it if you call me or send me an email, but it depends on how your business is set up. Okay, when I say business set up, I'm speaking about LLC, corporation, C Corp, S Corp, partnership. It just depends on that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not a one-way answer to that question. It depends on how everything is set up. Yeah. Because the way you have the LLC, you won't treat it the same as a corporation. You won't treat it the same as a partnership. And it depends on if you have a C Corp, S Corp, all that stuff. So it depends on how your business is set up. But I will say for LLCs, you know, it's good to have whatever you're going to pay yourself to take that money out. You can transfer it. You can do whatever you want, but take it out of your business account and put in your personal, then spend it that way.
Got you. Instead of
But you can't do that with a corporation. Corporation, you have to put yourself on the payroll. Yeah.
But what would a person do? Okay, say if they have a spouse, right? How would that work? You know, in the business, like, do they pay themselves salary or
It
with
depends.
an LLC?
It depends. If you have an LLC, y'all have to figure out what the salary would be and all that stuff, and you pay that person, you know, salary. You can put, you know, it depends on the structure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you heard that, Ms. Lisa.
Yeah.
She said,
It's a lot of different ways to do it.
a lot of ways to skin a cat.
Yeah. But it depends on the structure.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you, Miss
Thank you,
Lisa.
Miss Lisa.
Lisa.
Thank you.
All right. We got some questions up in here.
Yes, we've been waiting
All
for
right.
people to call in.
So Tabitha says, what was the most challenging part of starting business and how do you keep on?
Woo. That's a good question.
Come on with it.
Who want to go first?
Go ahead.
I would say the most challenging part about starting the business was easy. You got the EIN, you get all the things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the most challenging part was when I had to deal with people and really close on those sales and the hiring part. That was challenging because, you know, like I'm saying, we in the service business.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm an introvert, by the way.
Right.
Okay. And I had to deal with people. So I had to deal with firing, hiring. I had to deal with customer complaints.
Yeah.
That was really the challenging part for me in the beginning, trying to really, you know, become the business owner that I am now. You know, being a business owner will humble the hell out of you.
Yeah.
I'll let you know that right now. It's very humbling.
Right.
You know, so that was my challenging moments. Just hiring, firing, and going out there to try to get these clients, you know, dealing with customer complaints and stuff like that.
Well, just on my part, Tab. Oh, sorry. I'm calling you Tab because Tabitha Brown, like Savvy Tab. But Tab, just to answer, I don't know like the whole aspect of starting a business and stuff like that. But just with me coming in with Miss Johnson and her world, I could definitely say the most challenging part is just dealing with different types of personalities and being able to understand who they really are, not just looking at them for what they're doing, but actually just taking a deep dive and really understanding them and how to give them grace. Because just certain people are, I can say certain people have done self-development and some people have not done self-development. So it's kind of like
so damn deceiving.
Right.
Okay.
I could definitely say that.
People are deceiving.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating. It's like, damn, 1 minute you think you got a good employee or a good contractor, and then the next minute the bitch trying to take your goddamn client.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Because karma.
Right.
Karma is the love, baby. Karma is the love. You can't do people.
I can say that's the most challenging part with me, you know, just understanding how to just deal with all different types of people, because people can say they have grown, but they have not grown at all. And sometimes you have to deal with grown people who are still children. So it's just taking time out to actually talk to them in a way they can understand with the language. Man. You know,
that's why I say it humbles you.
Yeah, it does.
Because it's like walking on eggshells to talk to grown ass people.
Right.
That you know you didn't clean the tub. You know you didn't do that shit. But I
Most people don't lie about that.
Right. I gotta talk to you like you a 5-year-old. Now. Listen, and I gotta relate a message.
Listen, I'm about to download what the
Yeah, my phone been going off.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
What about you, Michelle? Like, you know.
Well, the most challenging thing is because I work a 9 to 5 is finding the time. Like I'm tired. I had to learn how to take off when my body said so. I had to learn how to trust people to do things, you know, which I'm still working on. You know, to get some stuff off of me and give it to my assistants. When I started, like I said, it wasn't hard starting. But once you start going, just finding that balance between work and my business, and then I was the marketer person. I did all the marketing.
You gotta wear all the hats.
I wore all the hats, you know, and it was hard. Then also on top of that, you have to deal with people in your business, but then I had to also go to work, and then you have to deal with people at work.
Right.
You know, so it's like you getting it two times.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And then you know, on top of that, when I start to grow and stuff like that, then you know, you got people who start competing or comparing and hating, and the people that you thought that would back you up and have your back and love on you and stuff. People can can act as if they have your back, but secretly they're jealous,
you.
they envy,
Right.
you know, and that's the most hurtful thing.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm not like that, you know. And then when you you don't have anybody to talk to when it comes to the issues that you have in your business.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
because if you're not with somebody who understands business or even have a business themselves, what they're telling you going in is like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you tend to get upset because that person is not understanding what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, and that can go for mates, friends, family, whoever you decide to talk to.
Right.
So I had to learn how. I was watching this podcast. I don't know who it was, but I had to learn to not talk to people about certain things because they would not give me the reaction that I'm looking for because they don't understand.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm balling up and have so much stuff. So that's why when we get together, we talk we don't even talk about regular stuff. We talk about
Straight up
business for
Talking
hours.
about business.
Okay. We don't talk about regular stuff because it's stuff that I cannot talk to with everybody. You know what I mean? So it's like, so that has been the hardest part. But starting a business, I worked at Avis part-time. I worked at Papa John's part-time because I want to have all my business money come from, not from my main job, but from my other jobs.
Right.
So I took that money, which I had to work from 7 a.m. to 11, 12 o'clock at night. Took that money, started paid for my website, got my computers and everything. Even though I started at home, I still had to get my computers. I had to pay for the website. I had to pay for all these programs to get started. I said, I'm going to get started right. You know, and then when I got into my office suite and all that stuff, I had to sacrifice to make sure that was kept up, paid for, and the furniture and all that stuff and this and that. And then now that I'm in my other office, the storefront, is even more of a sacrifice.
Right.
Because it's more cost.
Right.
But, you know, the cost of doing business. So in order for me to grow, I got to put the money in.
Yeah.
You know, so to see there's a nice lady, if you in Forest Park, go to Kayton Pharmacy. Kayton Pharmacy, Kayton. She's a very, very nice lady. She prayed over my business. And then she said it was rough for the first 3 years. The Los Amigos, great food. I had the best Cuban sandwich. That's why I got a little poo for eating them damn Cuban sandwiches. I swear his Cuban sandwich is about that thick. That thing is good. Anyway, he said it was rough for the first 3 years. So I already knew and know.
Right.
And feel it's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
But then you weather through it. And keep pushing, keep pushing. You got to cut off some things. I can't go to everything. I can't do everything. I try to keep up with some things, but I had to learn I had to cut back on a lot of things.
Right.
One thing I wish I can cut back on is family, cash apps. I just want to take this damn cash app off my phone, disable it, and just be done with it. Why did they come up with this cash app?
Okay, so
I'm so sick of it.
let's tap into this. This is a sidebar, y'all. Like, because these are the things
I know. I deal with
these are the things that people don't get to see when it comes to business. They just get to see the glitz and the glam.
Yeah.
And they see your ending, well, possible ending, you know what I mean? But it's still your beginning, but they're looking at it like, oh, this life is just so easy. But how is that just mentally, just dealing with family, friends, you know, with the business and like a relationship in business? Like, how is that?
It's so hard. It's so hard because everybody think you got all this money. And you can tell them, hey, I got to pay this, pay that, pay this, all that going one ear out the other. Okay, you gonna send me this cash out?
Okay. And don't get on YouTube talking about you making any type of money.
Oh no. Let me tell you,
I don't say shit no more.
I'm not doing that. My little sister, bless her heart, this little munchkin is the baby of the family. Okay. I have 2 sisters that are younger. But the one that's the baby of the family is the one that have been glued to me since she come in this world. You remember Tia? Talking to Tia, my 2 little sisters, but Tia is the one that has been glued to my hip and she still is. I posted a thing about how much money I made, which was the gross. That's not the net profit. How much money I grossed within not even 2. I think I had made like 6,500, something like that. It was like 8 days or something like that.
In 8 days?
Yeah.
508
8
days.
days, you know, with
In
the truck.
8 days.
Yeah, and I only been operating, I only have my authority. I've been operating for those 8 days. On my first 8 days.
Right.
Operating as a carrier.
Okay.
So she called me, she goes, so she sent me a cash. No, she called me first, said, so you're gonna be making about 20,000 a month. And I said, no, Tia, that's not true. I said, I just started out. And you know, and I have net profit. With you know, you got
You got expenses.
Yeah.
You gotta pay people.
And then, so she like, okay. And as soon as she hung, she sent me a cash app request. I declined that thing so bad.
Yeah.
Why? Listen. Why do
They
y'all
don't
feel
understand.
like? Okay, that's a 2-part question. So why do y'all feel people do that, and how can we educate them on? Because they obviously are not awakened to understanding the business life, but how can we help them to understand the business side of it, and without us saying so? Well, I think it's about me and I got the money. Because sometimes people might feel like you just Hasidity, and you know they might feel
People
like
people feel the way they want to feel.
You value the word no.
Yeah.
You say you learn how to tell people no.
And not worry about their
know,
feelings.
And literally, I get that from my older brother.
Yeah.
He don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
The answer's no.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn.
man.
How much money I got coming in? The answer is no.
And people gonna feel the way
Get
they
comfortable
feel.
with telling them no.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when it's family, you tell them no, that shit don't fly.
They don't, but they'll be ready to rat you out real quick. They be like, oh, so you wanna, yeah.
I'm like, oh.
They be like, oh, I'm gonna tell them you pick your nose, or I'm gonna tell them that
Well, you got the babies now. I got 11 nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
My oldest niece, she has her own business. She's an esthetician. She does lashes and everything. So she's in Jonesboro, Georgia. Look her up, Couture. I'm gonna put the information in the bottom of my description box. But she does really well. She always says, Auntie, you need to let me do your lashes. And Auntie don't wear lashes, but I got like these things, they're not gonna last. I don't know how much longer they're gonna stay.
Look.
Interview.
One thing I'm gonna say, I'm very proud of you, because you know, you just all classy and stuff, you know what I mean? Because behind the scenes, y'all, all of us, we be like, look, we're gonna take off the wig, and, you know, but it's like I commend you, because you pretty, girl. Stop playing. Yo,
Y'all never see me with makeup.
No.
I don't wear
The
makeup.
closest I seen you with makeup was on that picture.
Yeah, I don't wear makeup. Yeah, I don't wear makeup, like, you know, but I say I'm about to be 44 soon, so I got to try something.
And listen, one thing is for sure, I'm about to be about it. I'm very protective over her, and I'm about to be protective over you, because people be taking advantage of people, and I don't like that.
Right.
And
let somebody tell me that send a cash app. She'll grab the phone. No, you won't. No goddamn cash app today.
Because
no,
the thing is, you work hard to get to where you're at.
Yeah.
And that's not fair for somebody to try to take that as an advantage. Like, I'm gonna get you to pay for something. That's not cool.
Right.
Because you went through blood, sweat, tears. You know what I mean? You did the study.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when somebody tell me something, and I learned this from Katrina's brother, give me a presentation of why I should help you.
Yep. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not about to be giving you no money. Tell me why I should help you.
Yeah,
Because that's not cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like that, you know, because y'all really work really hard to get to where y'all at right now.
They don't see all the stuff that we went
through. Right.
Yeah.
You
know how a lot of men be online talking about they came from the bottom? There's a lot of women that went through the same bottom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's levels to that came from the bottom.
Okay. Like, for real.
All right, Miss Tam. She just turned it on.
Okay.
Miss Tam said, what has been the most rewarding part of owning your own business?
Oh, freedom.
Okay. Yeah, I would say freedom too.
Freedom. See, my freedom comes from money, because the thing is, okay, people be like, oh, well, you work, so why you need to do all this and that? People understand I do take care of my mom.
Right.
And then, you know, it's just me. It takes a lot of money to to live these days, to
Right.
be comfortable. And then on top of that, I don't have to worry about paying the bill, whether I can pay this bill, pay that
All
bill.
your stuff on autopilot.
All my stuff is
Listen,
on
Michelle
autopilot.
used to be one of my clients. and I'm her client. You see how that worked together?
Oh,
You see how we work
yeah.
So my company, she hired my company to clean
Yeah.
her mom home.
Yes,
And
yes,
while she's out of town.
yes,
And then
yes,
and I hired her to be my tax preparer.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So that's how you keep the money in the circle.
In the circle, baby.
Right.
We keep it
So
rolling.
let's clear that up because I want y'all to understand that the reason why Michelle is not our client no more is because Miss Johnson likes to help a lot of people, right? So what she did is, Miss Johnson, she
I
basically
passed it on
Pass
to
it
my
on.
best
That's
friend.
right.
Right.
That's right.
Cassia McIntosh. I know
Yes,
she's
she's
out
doing
there.
She's doing a great job every 2 weeks. And sometimes I be forgetting to set it up. Be like, and she called now. You want me to come by your mama's house today? I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Go
And
ahead,
all
girl.
your
Go
bills
ahead.
be on auto.
On auto pay.
Auto.
And my
I met
mama,
you the best client. Auto pay. You do
and I ain't never been late. I paid on
and
time.
never was late.
And then my mama so spoiled now. She like, is Cece coming today?
Oh.
She like, and she gonna come today in the bar because she done got so used to it's fall with the having a cleaning service.
Yeah.
So like, she coming today.
I definitely
It's a game changer when you
I
hire a
wanna
cleaner
get-
service.
I
Yeah.
want to get back to because we having a good time, y'all.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I want to get back.
And I
to
still
this,
got
but-
this one person hanging on. Who is it?
Who is the one
Hi.
person?
Can I see? Who is the one person hanging on? Oh, it's two people now. Do y'all have a question? I got two people hanging on. And I got a visit on my website.
It is what it is. You got to start from somewhere. See, this is the definition of starting from
Yeah.
somewhere.
My thing is friendship. Friendship, and I watch y'all too, and y'all have been friends for a very long time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
how do you feel about somebody like what advice would you give to the people when it comes to winging out people and the people that you guys no longer are friends with
Yeah.
for you to actually come to this point? Because a lot of people be thinking that they have to tote everybody with them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what advice would you give to future entrepreneurs when it comes to losing people and gaining new people, like building relationships?
Well, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Michelle, like, why you didn't take? I'm trying to send this message on the
Yeah.
phone, man.
My
That what she
driver
said.
just texted me.
You
so
tried to
I'm
read
ready.
already.
Okay, well,
I need to
read
send an
what you
email
just said.
right
You
quick.
You just hanging on. You need to call us too, by the way.
Eunice, the only
backstabbers.
Eunice said backstabbers all the while they want to take your place.
I know that's
I
right.
know you're right. Okay. She said no is a complete sentence, and she also said that's beautiful. I like that. Keep the money circulating in the circle.
That's
Okay.
right, Miss Eunice. That is right.
Look,
We keep it in
listen, Miss
circle,
Eunice,
baby.
I'm about to call you out. Can you call us real quick? Cause you keep tapping into
Yeah.
the
You need to
comments.
go ahead and give us a call.
You too, Tail. Go ahead and
You
call
know,
us
I'm
in.
introverted, okay? I'm not no extrovert like y'all think I am. I need some questions so I can feed off of it.
Okay, because sometimes things just go bloop bloop bloop, and you be like, "Listen, I'm tired
Okay.
of talking. Listen,
Okay,
give me
so-
something to talk
So
about."
can you answer that question? Yeah, I'm sorry, because my driver just texted me in the middle of the question.
No,
so
you
I-
don't.
I-
Okay.
Well, no, he's still at the shipper, and they're waiting. So he's getting ready to go into
Yo,
detention time
so-
soon. So he just want to let me know.
So this is a sidebar. This is a
Okay,
sidebar.
detention time is extra money. So
That's a sidebar.
yeah.
Like, how are you dealing with everything? You know, we just had that whole stance. Everybody, Rosa Parks, I will not move. You know, but but because the
How did you feel about the strike?
yeah, like how did you deal with that? Yeah, like
Well, I didn't feel any kind of way about it. What I did feel is, being that they work at the port, I see things from the trucking side. And the rates have gone down so much since I last dispatched before I started my company.
right.
So it's unreal. And the profit margin is very slim compared to what it was before. And
Right.
from what I've seen and heard during the pandemic, a lot of rates was drove down because of there were so many people coming into the coming into the business and didn't know what they were doing and having a whole lot of issues and all this stuff. So the truckers, I think, would need to do something so that they can try to get those rates back up. Yeah, yeah. So on the port side, the longshoreman side, I didn't really think anything different because they're already making $200,000. So
Right.
it's like, but it's these truck drivers who's going to these ports to pick up these loads and these empties and stuff. They need to make more money as well.
I said the
see,
same
that's what I was
thing.
saying, 'cause
They was when they was screaming 70%, but goddamn,
They're making a killing.
I mean, y'all unloading the truck.
Longshoremen
if
make
they
a
offer
lot of
$50,
freaking money.
you
They
better
make
take that 50 and go on.
their
50%.
bonuses are like ridiculous. Like, have y'all ever seen a broke longshoreman?
Mm-mm.
Them longshoremen, some of them got about how many households?
I'm
And
trying
taking
to
care of
tell
everybody
you,
well.
I'm like,
Like,
baby.
Like, let me
I
tell you,
get the whole pay raise thing, but
Man, give cleaning business a raise.
70%,
so we
that's a
need
big
somebody-
money.
yeah, the truck drivers, they need some.
Yeah, I say
Some guys, they need-
give
They have
everybody
to
a
stay
goddamn
up long periods of
They
time.
working
driving
hard
from
and stuff,
location.
and a lot of, they get paid off of what the rates are. And if the rates are low, then your pay is going to be a lot lower than what it is. I was amazed at what the rates were, because I came out of the industry in 2016 when I got my degree. So between 2016 and now, I'm like, what the hell happened here?
Yeah.
And prior to 2016, I've been in business since 99.
Yeah.
Where's the fuel surcharges?
So did money slow down during the strike for you?
No, it didn't affect anything.
It didn't affect you.
My driver still got to run. He got to run now. He's picking up. He's going from New Mexico to New Jersey.
All right.
And let me tell you something about. I got a friend.
Mm-hmm.
We used to work together for a trucking company in Jacksonville, Florida. This company is huge. They have it's a $121 million company at that time. And I left there in 2016. When I started there, I worked in truck operations. I was doing dispatching, company and owner operators. When I left, I worked in accounts payable. I was cutting all the checks. Okay, for the whole company, including Spitz checks.
Okay.
And Tabby, we used to work together when I was in truck operations and when we were dispatched together. Well, she had some medical issues throughout the years and stuff. And, she couldn't work and she's not able to work. She's not able to do anything. And so she was, I hired her to help me with the dispatching for the trucking company because I have assistants, but I'm still training them.
Right.
I needed somebody who was seasoned just like me. Even though she hadn't been doing it for long, but once you get back, once you get back in something that wakes you back up and you get the swing, you just got to get used to what the rates are, what this is, whatever. So Tabby, I turned her on to one of my tax clients who asked me for help. I said, okay, let me see if Tabby want to take it on. He need help with dispatching. He's a carrier. So Tabby, he didn't have a lot of his stuff set up and stuff. And, it took a lot of time and she wasn't making the money. She, getting a little frustrated because it's a lot. That's why I say, seek somebody to set your company up and to help you because it's a lot. If you don't know what you're doing, you mess yourself up and you won't be able to book anything because you don't mess yourself up. So she called me, I talked to her and encouraged her and stuff like that.
Right.
And that evening, that afternoon, I had to leave. I left the house about 3:00 to catch my flight. So I flew here. Now we talking about being a business owner. We got to talk about convenience. Okay. So I flew here, convenience and time. I flew 30 minutes here. But anyway.
What's your name?
I didn't even know you flew here. But go ahead.
Yes, honey. I flew
When?
here last night.
Last night.
I ain't had time, honey. I ain't got time. I did not have time.
She
When
had
I
time
have
for the
time
4-hour drive.
to get on the road, I get on the road. But I ain't got time to get on the road. I get on the flight and catch it.
Listen,
This girl about her business.
Now I was
30-minute flight.
hey,
I'm at Savannah.
I was in Savannah, baby.
Yes.
So by the time I left the house, before I left the house, she called me. She said, I just booked him a load making $6,800. She's going to get her percentage. Plus, she's going to get money to help fix everything that he's screwed up and to help get him set up on everything. She was so amazed. She was so happy.
Wow.
She was so everything.
Wow.
Because she needed that
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She had no money coming in. That was her
Mm-hmm.
and she was then
how much she make out of that 68?
Yeah.
She gonna make a good percentage. She gonna make a good percentage plus the daily rate to help him get everything fixed and set up and everything else. And then he'd be able to roll good and bring home.
Well, it sounded like he didn't know, right?
And he didn't know. And and she was about to give up, but I put that fire behind her. I said, don't do. I said, you can do this. And I'll be there and she got it. Yep.
See, that's what comes with
Yep.
not taking advantage of the situation and wanting to help other people,
Mhm.
right? Because you didn't have to say nothing, or she didn't have to,
Right.
you know?
Right. I didn't even have to, give her that client. I could have used it for myself to make, and dispatching and made money off of myself. But, because of the friendship, the community, people who wanted to help,
Mhm.
like what you did with me in CC.
Yeah.
You turned CC and that onto me, and now CC get her money
There you
every
go.
month. Her
We still keep
we
it
still keep in the circle.
Yeah.
So, to get her that boost and get her back in, she said, I'm back. I said, girl, you ain't never left.
That's
You
right.
just had some hiccups, but you ain't.
Yeah.
She said, Michelle, I'm back. I said, let me know you're ready for the next one.
Yo, look, do you know it's hard to find good friends? You know what I'm saying? Some people that you can actually elevate and grow with.
It's power in elevating each other.
Right,
But
but
people don't see that. All people
right.
see is hating and no, I'm gonna keep it all to myself.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna share.
Yeah.
And it ain't no power in being you the only rich person, everybody else broke around you.
Right.
Them broke people that's around you gonna drain you.
Yeah, gonna drain you.
Let somebody die in their family. They gonna look at you.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Because you got all the money.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's
I'm
And then-
huge on empowering my circle.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you find yourself sometimes just when somebody's talking, a friend talking, or a family or whoever talking about something around you, you tend to give them ideas, or it's like some people take it as, oh, you think you know everything.
Yeah.
Okay, no. But then you got some people that are like, oh, I can do this. Yeah, I can do it. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard to when we all came from the bottom, or if that person was up here but you were down here, but now the roles have reversed.
Yeah.
It's like that person will resent you.
Yeah.
Just because you work harder.
Yeah.
Yo, one thing, and I'm tapping into that. I'm tapping in. But see, one thing I can say about you when I first met you, you have always had a giving heart. And I really feel like people take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And it's like you want to take everybody with you. You do. Because it's like, dang, I know what it feels like to be in that era of not having. So you just want to bring everybody with you, but don't everybody deserve it. Because they got to have this. They have to develop that mental. They got to go through self-development, because it's like, if I give you $10,000, you didn't know what to do with it before. You got to change your habits. So when I give you the 10,000, you'll know what to do with it.
Right.
Don't just blow it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So one thing I can commend about both of y'all is y'all mindset. Y'all mindset has escalated to a level of, it's just maturity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely say that. It's like, yeah, you have fun, but you also about your business.
Yeah.
Like, don't mess with me, because I pull these heels off.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, that's right, baby.
I'll
Hey,
wake
come
up
out of
to it.
retirement, baby.
right,
That's some
right.
muscles afterwards, but that's all right.
You are
Right.
If we had some of the moments.
All right, so Miss Danielle said, hey, ladies.
Hi.
And then we got Eunice. I really enjoyed the discussion. Awesome information. Everyone have an awesome weekend.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Miss Eunice.
Here we go, Miss
Hanging
Tab.
on
Miss
with us.
Tab. She said, yes, encouragement, support, and helping each other keep the money in the circle.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Melanie said, I love y'all, ladies.
Oh, love
Thank
you.
you.
She said, growth.
Yes.
Anybody, if y'all want to call in, make sure y'all call that number. We got a little call-in number right here.
Yeah.
If you got any questions about taxes,
Look, I'm not,
bookkeeping,
listen, I'm sticking with it.
cleaning industry,
Look,
anything you
You
want to
should not be doing all of that.
Well, I gotta keep on reiterating.
Listen,
You
y'all
wanna
call
keep
in so
it.
we can talk to you and we can figure out how we can help you, right? I
Yeah.
know y'all probably nervous and like, you know what? I don't want to sound too crazy. I don't wanna ask
There's
a
no
dumb
such
question.
thing
No
as
such
a
thing.
dumb question or
No.
a silly question.
This
Right.
is not Dave Ramsey. We talking about.
We not Dave Ramsey. We
Did you do that?
ain't gonna call you
Did you do
stupid.
that?
We ain't gonna call you an idiot and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll be going.
you be going off on people.
They don't be caring.
You don't give a damn. Why did you buy that? You were broke before. What you think is gonna do now? Make you even broke.
Right.
They always calling people.
And then
broke.
it be like, then the person be like, well, I thought I'd be able to pay for it, but I said,
Some of them people, I be feeling like they be wanting Dave to yell at them.
yeah.
They be waiting for him to go in on them.
Yeah,
Like, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? It's like they get that from, it's like a trauma from when they were young,
yeah.
and they're waiting for their mama to yell at them or some shit.
Something, yeah.
Who is it?
Somebody might be calling
Oh,
me.
somebody
Oh.
calling me?
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
I just got my one person hand on. Who is this one person? It might be my niece. Is it my niece?
Hello. Hello.
Who is the one person that's hanging
Shalea.
on over here?
Shalea, keep up with her.
Oh, Tabby Tail. I gotta put you on speakerphone, Tail.
Hello.
Hello.
I just wanted to call in and say thank you so much.
Oh, you
Oh, you're welcome, Tabby Tab.
Yes, you all have been encouraging, and I think that's what I needed was just like the little push. And
Yeah.
like you said, keep your ideas, to yourself, and because a lot of people do call you crazy and like
Yeah.
you can't do this. And I
Yeah.
was like, who else can I call? I ended up calling my son, my 12-year-old son, and letting them know how excited I was. Last night, and he was like, Mom, you can do it. Yeah. And I'm like, see, I got my little support too.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And
Oh,
this
you're
is
welcome.
absolutely wonderful. And talking to women who have experienced and gone through the same thing is just completely amazing.
Oh,
man.
you're welcome.
Well, you are welcome, Miss Tabitha. What's the name of your company?
I haven't really thought about it yet.
That's all right.
Okay. So you haven't started your cleaning company yet?
No. I'm just kind of, like Michelle said, have some health issues,
Gotcha.
Like,
Wait a minute. I thought that was you.
and I'm just
That's my Tabby.
Oh, you know what?
That was who I was talking about.
Oh.
I just got chills.
Oh.
I'm so proud of her.
Oh,
That's my Tabby.
Talk
I used to
about
work
it.
with her.
talk about it.
Who I said that booked the $6,800 loan?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
and I got the driver an extra $100 last night because they left trash in his truck, and that load started at 62. And he said, I reposted a load, and I'm like, well, for how much? He's like, 68. I'm like, well, can you give it to me for 68? And he's like, you know what? Yeah. Because you have to have that communication and personality to be able to talk to these customers.
That's right.
Build those relationships.
Right.
And like I told them, hey, I used to work for Landstar too. You're in Florida? Oh yeah, I work for Chevalier Group. And they're like, oh yeah, remember when FEMA? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Just try to have that upbeat personality.
Right.
Because right now everybody's just hating, and that
Yes.
can drain you.
Yeah.
But when you make that win, or you make that guy the miles that he wanted to run, or the amount that he wanted to run, it is exciting, and it does wake up a hunger inside of you.
That's
Like,
right.
you know what? I like this. I want to keep going, and you're doing it for yourself. And like you said, freedom.
That's right.
Freedom to not be stuck in that chair for 8, 12 hours plus commute
Right.
another hour and a half.
Right.
See your kids for 2 hours, see them go to bed.
That's right.
I could actually go to baseball games and, just be able to do stuff with my children, even if it's just in the kitchen cooking together.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
Yeah, my little support is my 12-year-old son Noah, and
Yep.
he's amazing. And I told him, hey, let's think of a business that you could start, or start now, because they have ideas. He was like,
Yeah.
"Mom, I could build you a website. I know how to do that." And
That's
I'm
right.
like, wait a second, you know how to do what?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Ew.
And he can make some money doing that too. Cause think about how
Yeah.
many people need websites.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. That probably
And,
ain't easy.
and Noah doing it for fun, and he could be making money doing that.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah.
One thing I can.
Exciting. It's a new venture, and
Yeah.
it's a new chapter season, and just the support of us women, genuine, honest, loyal, true,
Yes.
helping each other is just amazing, and finding your community.
That's right.
It's hard, but once you find your community and those special people in your life,
Right.
you hold on to them like treasures.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah.
That's where I was just going at, and like, just it gives me chills just
Yeah.
to know what we're doing for people.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like, and just to have
don't
the
wanna
testimony is
cry.
like, it's
But
it's
and
stuff
I'm
like
getting
this.
emotional because I know her story and to see the happiness in her in a voice and
Yeah.
just to know that she doing whatever she can do and she's doing whatever she can for that driver and it just brings so much joy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just
But that's so many blessings that's gonna come. That's so many blessings that's gonna come her way.
Yeah.
My little prayer night, like I got emotional. I'm not one to get emotional,
Yeah.
but it was a blessing. Like,
Come on, y'all.
a blessing. And
You gonna make me cry. I'm trying to.
No, okay. But no, I know, I feel it. No, I feel the
You just
vibrations
don't know
from
her story.
Miss
Like
Tam.
I'm so proud
No,
of her. It's
I
so.
feel like she
Oh.
really. I feel like Miss Tam has really been through a lot
Yeah.
to the point where she don't even. It's surprising that she's still standing.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So I feel it, but I feel like God aligns certain people together
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
to help
Yeah.
you elevate to the next level.
Yeah.
And it's her time.
Yeah.
It's her season. So
Yeah.
that's why she aligned with you.
Yeah.
So
She's just getting started. She's just getting started. And I tell you, she's gonna rock and she's gonna do so much more. Like, I mean, you just don't know what's coming your way. I wish you can like just see
feel it. Yeah.
what is coming your way. This is just the beginning of just an amazing dispatch or however you want to form it and put it. Like that guy is going to tell a whole bunch of guys who's going to tell other guys. Everybody going to be calling you Tabby.
Yep.
Everybody's going to be calling because you do the damn thing. You put the hard work in. You know your stuff. You know your craft. You know what I mean? You were able to jump in. You were able to help me, okay, with my dispatching. Yesterday, not only that, that's who found it and got the load from New Mexico to New Jersey.
What?
She knows how to talk to the broker. She knows what to say. She knows what to do.
That could have been your missing piece that you needed.
Yeah.
And see, God knew what he was doing because he needs to give you somebody that you can actually trust, that you can actually communicate with.
Yeah,
somebody that's not going to abuse you. Somebody who's like, you know what, I'm hungry too, but let's grow together. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bond I would never let be broken.
Yeah, I was like, when you called Tabby, you kept saying Tabby.
Yeah.
And I heard like,
my
Tabby.
Listen, I'm a huge fan. You remember we went to the Invest Fest? I'm a huge Tabitha Brown fan.
Yeah.
So,
she was crying at all. You were crying.
So it's like when I heard the name Tab, I'm just like, well, Tabitha, I seen it. I was just like, Tab.
Yeah.
That's how I was like, I didn't know that.
you would have called me crazier. I have to get the gab in front of people. I am pretty shy. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
This session is absolutely amazing. What you're doing is great, and keep it up and supporting each other. You got mine 100%.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you calling in, Tabby.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
You all right?
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Just talking about her. That's
exactly what I was talking about. And I know her story. So to see the joy, to hear the joy in her voice and her heart and stuff is so amazing.
Wow.
Because of when you're going through something like, I speak on myself, when I went through that stroke, it's like it took me years to even sleep through the night because I thought when I went to sleep I wasn't gonna wake up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because think about how many people had one stroke and they have another one.
Yeah, my mom had two.
Two.
She didn't make it.
Right, exactly. And sorry for your loss. I remember that. So you never know what tomorrow brings.
Right.
So when you have health challenges, not only if you're trying to build a business or you're trying to work or whatever you're trying to do, you also have to consider and have these mental things that's going on within yourself, you know, because of the issues that you had.
Right.
So you're dealing with everything.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and imagine if I had children, if I had a husband, whatever, I would have to deal with that too. Everything. You know?
That's
So
why
it
that's
gets
what I
hard.
said at the workshop. I always begin it off with
mindset.
mindset stuff.
Yeah.
Like literally
Yeah.
life and all of the issues that you got to deal with in life.
Yeah.
And then all of the issues that you got to deal with in your relationship, all the issues that you got to deal with in business.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you sign up for business,
Right.
Yeah.
you signing up for a whole nother headache.
Yeah.
A whole nother list of problems that you're signing up for.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and you gotta it really take a beast, a particular type of person
Time out.
that can deal with all of
We're
this.
doing time out.
Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out.
What's the time
Plan
out?
on the plate.
Oh.
All right. So shout out to both of y'all. Like I'm not trying to take the spotlight away from anything else. But I cannot stress it enough, like to commend both of y'all.
Oh,
Really for what y'all are doing for people, what y'all are gonna do for people.
Yeah.
Like it takes strong people
Yeah.
to do that. For y'all to be mistreated, to be lied upon, to go through the back and forth, but to still be standing and to still be like, you know what? It's not those other people's fault. And for you guys to be like, you know what? I still welcome you with open arms. That takes a different type of breed to do that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people go through stuff and they're like, I don't trust people, so I'm done with people. But you guys are still out there helping people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do y'all know y'all the SHIT?
Well, I mean, you know, I'm so humble. We're so humble.
We humble. And you the SHIT.
And you too, okay?
Uh-uh.
Let me tell you, honey, you be doing the darn thing.
But
Okay?
I wouldn't be nobody if it wasn't for y'all, because we together. Okay?
Oh, so sweet.
I can't
That's
take
why
credit.
you know what, this is a bar right here. Because you got to be careful about who you surround yourself with. She didn't know her worth until she met me. Not trying to say I'm all that or anything, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
she was in a predicament where she was homeless, literally homeless. And she was working for a call center, and she was homeless while she was working for the call center. And then she met these two girls, and the girls was like, "What? You ain't got nowhere to live?" And she was like, "Nah." She told the story about how she came down to Atlanta. You were in Atlanta, and she originally lives in Wilbur. Not
Wilson.
Wilson. I said
Wilson.
Lord, I'm drinking. Wilson. She originally is from Wilson, North Carolina. And she moved to Atlanta to be with her friend who had a business. Well, make a long story short, her friend got arrested. She got locked up. So her friend was like, "Listen, move down here, girl. We're gonna start this business, da 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 da." So she like, "All right, girl, yeah. So she moves down to Atlanta to be with the girl. She never even seen the girl, got to see the girl. Because by the time she got here, the girl got arrested. So she calling the girl. She in the hotel like, "Girl, I'm here." Trying to figure out where the girl at. The girl is locked up the whole time. Make a long story short, she gets stuck in Atlanta.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
She got stuck in Atlanta. Fast forward the story. You started working for a call center, and you met these two girls. You moved in with them. They were strangers. And then later on down the line, I'm passing the story up. She met me.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Girl, you better all be in here in Savannah than where you at, because you still living with strangers."
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And I'm like, literally, all the stuff that she was going through at their job and just in life, I was like, "Listen, I promise you, this right here, you just got to take a leap of faith."
Yeah.
When I tell you, if you come over here and I'll show you what I'm working on and what I got or whatever, you're going to be good. I
Right.
promise you that.
Right.
She ain't had to pay a bill since.
Wow.
She been good.
That is amazing. That is
She
an
been
amazing
good.
story.
Ever since.
And
Ever
it's
since.
like you were just born to do this. You know, you do so well. Like everything that you do is like, I known Trina before, you know, I met you, of course. But when you came on the scene and connected with Trina, I swear the business, I mean, y'all just together, y'all just doing amazing.
It's
thing.
hard to find
It's
somebody like that. Too.
It's, it's like
You
y'all
know?
the perfect like you were the missing piece
Yeah.
to her puzzle.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And
And
people
it's
ask,
hard
they
to
ask
find
all
that.
the time, how did you know?
Yeah,
How did you know
because
that she
it's so
was
hard. It's
But
so
you-
hard.
Yes.
You don't
It's
know.
so hard trying to find that
It's being faithful.
Yeah,
Being
yeah.
faithful, and I'm sorry.
But you
It's
learn,
like
you
people-
got all this stuff so easy and
You
so,
did.
like
yeah.
it's like it's in you.
You,
Like you the operator, you run, you know how you do. When you was going through them numbers and stuff, I was like, hell, shit. I was like, let me just get on this computer clean. I'm like, I did not like. I was like, what the hell? You are amazing.
yeah, but she learned all. She learned all of that
That's because
throughout
of
the
stuff
year.
that
She
she
down here in
watching.
Savannah for 4 years.
Yeah.
And
So
you
being
learn all
here,
that.
she learned. She excelled what I knew. So I
Because
told her everything I knew,
that she
and
watched
she
that
took
I
what
watched.
I knew, and she just excelled with it.
And the thing is,
know.
the fact that she wanted to include herself and wanted to learn the information and wanted to, help grow and
Right.
excel and all that stuff. You got some people that I have.
They
some,
ain't willing to do that.
They ain't willing
You know
to
what
do
I'm
it. Their
saying?
spouse not willing. Nobody.
They got their
just
own
wanna-
shit going on. That's
Right.
why you also gotta know the type
Right.
of person that you want to be with.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
That's true.
If she had all the things going on, we probably wouldn't even had clicked like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
I know I ain't wanted to be with nobody that had a whole bunch of shit going on because I had my own bunch of shit going on.
Yeah. Yeah. And y'all would not. Yeah.
Probably with a bump head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have bumped heads.
Yeah.
You know, but she was
was
able to come on over here and was like, damn, she was amazed. And I ain't gonna lie, you gotta find somebody that falls in love with your vision.
Right.
Yeah, and
You
that's
know,
true.
and she
Yeah.
literally she fell in love with Tenacity Tenacity
Yes.
Academy,
Right.
the vision.
So well.
She fell in
Yeah.
love with the vision right along.
Let me tell you one thing. Get off me now. Come on now.
Yeah.
But listen, one thing is for sure, I love her circle. Like just her friends that she have introduced me to.
Yeah.
Like I just love her circle. You know what I mean? And when I met you, it was just like, oh, it's like them little birds
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, Michelle is just like one of those little wallflowers. She's just like
that's
so
so
free
sweet.
spirited.
All right, don't none of my siblings don't get on here and say no other mess, okay?
It's like, no, she ain't.
No, she ain't. You don't know her. You just know the nice part. I am.
But no, like for real, a lot of people have problems with finding people they can connect with.
Right.
Right.
Like, a lot of people might make it seem like, oh, they good with the people they surround themselves around, but it's just so many people
Mm-hmm.
that actually fight behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
pretend to be this certain way on camera,
Yeah.
and then they're a different way off of camera.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
one thing I can say genuinely
Mhm.
is who you are on camera is
Yeah.
who you are off of camera.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is no facade. It's no nothing. Like both of y'all genuinely like helping people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what drew me to this circle.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for it. Like I wouldn't have it no other way. That's the
You gonna call?
We got
No. No, that's not no call. That's the client call. I'm gonna have to
okay.
call that after the fact. You know.
Okay.
Tell Madonna to call just.
Yeah, because she
She
need to
just
have the
called
light.
and I don't know what's going on. and
That's yeah.
It's 1:27. I hope she ain't got to clean today.
Lord, somebody had said something.
Lord,
See, the work don't stop. The work doesn't stop
Oh,
at
we
all.
listen to
Miss
Miss
Tab
Tab
I
said,
still got a little bit of tears in my eyes. I got to get it out. I
"Why
think
you
it's not
girl?"
because I'm so happy for it's just the joy, my friend having the joy in her heart. And I'm scared because I don't want to mess up my makeup. So what I'm supposed to do like this?
Girl, yeah, like them people be doing, they be lightly brushing off their stuff. Girl, but stop playing. Stop playing. Like, stop playing. Cause I'm gonna have to step up. You the big sis, but I gotta step up and be the big sis for both. Cause I'm very protective over people. Who is this? Melanie said, I need my. She said, I need my next episode, number 41. What's going
I think we
on?
gonna do. Oh yeah, your candid conversation. Now y'all candid conversations are awesome. I'll be looking at them. I'm like, what? Y'all be tripping me out. I love them. When is the
the
next
next,
one coming?
She's talking about surviving the cleaning industry.
Oh, so that one
Yeah.
too. That one too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay.
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay.
That's coming. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello? Oh, okay, I'm coming.
The work don't stop.
Yo, like, and I don't want this.
See,
I don't want this.
you know, when
kind
you're
of-
dealing with men in business,
I be having a
yeah, sometimes you got to get with them and be like, now look at here now.
Look,
you gonna get the thing that's gonna
Because I think they get it twisted that we're not their women or whatever.
like we not.
Yeah.
Listen, I can get ducked if you
Yeah.
go if you want, like, you know, don't play with me.
I'd be like, sometimes like, look at now.
Yeah, but the next episode is coming. I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert. We are bidding on $1 million contract.
Yes.
It's $1 million government contract.
Yes.
It's 3 schools and a few offices in Fort Stewart.
You gonna get it.
So yeah,
You
y'all,
gonna
I'm
get
gonna
that.
actually be taking you guys on a walkthrough of all of the schools and giving you guys insight on the bidding process.
You gonna get
Okay.
it.
So yeah, we're gonna speak it into existence.
We gonna speak into
I'm a
this.
little nervous on this one right here.
I know,
I'm a little
but you
nervous.
know, I have my minority certification, minority women business certification, and I used to. Okay, I need to find the time to look through the website for the bids. But the problem I'm having is when I find the bids, it's so difficult for some of them where I don't know how to put in the bids. Some of them I do, and a lot of them I don't. So I did find someone at the melanated camp out, right, that worked for the government, but I could not get to him, and I lost him in order, I mentioned it during the melanated camp out, they had like a business summit section where you can ask questions, and one of the guys worked for the government in the DOD for over 30 years.
Okay.
But I wasn't able to obtain his contact information because I had to go and immediately shoot the pictures, and I had to go get my shirt and all stuff. And then when I got back, I lost him. So hopefully I'll be able to run to that gentleman again or see him in the group page. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there with when you have your certification as well to bid on and stuff. It just some things is a little bit more difficult for me to put in. It's like, now what this bid is wanting from me?
Well, this is the way we did it. I'm give y'all a little cheat sheet.
Okay.
Because I'm not a fan of, I really ain't a fan of the government contracts because I don't like to do all the paperwork, all the reading and all that stuff. And I never understood.
And you got to front it too
how
for about a month or two until they pay.
I never understood how to do the bidding process, the reading the stuff, all the requirements and none of that stuff. So I stayed away. But what happened in this situation is somebody subcontracting the work out to us.
Oh, good.
So I met a partner. We met up. We at a coffee shop. I mean, listen, I love him to death, and I ain't even knew him like that. But the first time we met, I was like, damn, you know what? You're cool. We could probably go into business together. And he happens to work for the government. And he's won accounts before. So his job is the admin part.
The admin.
So he's good at bidding and he's good at winning the account. Right. So he gonna do that. Yeah, I will. He's gonna do that part, and we're gonna handle what we're good at.
What y'all good at? Okay.
So when we had our meeting, I was like, you know what, we probably could make this happen. I said, now there's one more issue I got, because if we get this contract, it's like $1 million contract. I'm like, who gonna front that money in the beginning? Because that's a lot of money. I'm just letting you know right now.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
I'm letting you know right now. Yeah. If I don't have no up front, I might not be able to make this happen because I'm not taking out no loans to do no payroll and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So he was like, don't worry about that.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like,
so that's good. So he get his money back from the front.
Yeah.
Because I need some help,
So he was
man.
like,
Girl,
don't worry about it. So I was like, oh man.
Because some of them contracts are like really, like them bids are really difficult to understand. Like I'm like,
very difficult.
What's language is this? Like, who in the hell?
I ain't the expert. I try to get Shanapreneur on the podcast so she can talk about it a little bit. But I'm not the expert in the government contracts. But if we win, it's because it's being subcontracted out.
Oh, that's good.
And he's the expert.
Yeah.
He know the admin stuff. He's going to do that part.
Yeah.
And then we already
How
did
did
it
you
on it. We
connect
already
with
submitted.
him?
He found us.
He's on us, yeah.
through-
Girl,
through-
look, we was all at the meeting. I was reading him at the meeting.
Yeah,
I was
because you gotta be sometimes you gotta be careful who like my website designer found me through Facebook.
Right.
And there's a lot, you can imagine the number of people that try to find me through social media
Mhm.
because of the services I offer. So I don't know who's real and who's fake.
I got it.
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
And that's what he said about us. The thing that stood out between us, and not everybody else, is he started to look us up on YouTube.
Okay.
And when he started to follow us on YouTube, he said, "Okay, these girls are the real deal.
Yeah.
Like they're real people. I know
They're
they
gonna put all his money
when
up
you
like that.
start
That's
to-
a lot of damn money.
When
Right.
you start
And you
to
cool.
build like a personal brand,
Yeah.
like we have a personal brand, so nobody wants to tarnish that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm not going to jeopardize my personal brand by running away with the bag and nothing like
Right. And speaking of that, and I don't mean to cut you off, but
Mhm,
since
you
you
good.
touched on that,
Mhm.
saving your personal brand, sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do just the sake of your brand.
Yeah.
Like giving refunds. I gave out a refund once,
Mhm.
and that was 2 months ago to an older gentleman that filed his taxes. And he owed us something, but anyway, he wanted his money back from the filing fees because he wasn't gonna get a refund. So he wanted his money back just because he wanted to get a refund. I say, so let me get this straight. You file your taxes.
Right,
You know you're supposed to file taxes.
right.
So you file your taxes, but just because you ain't getting a refund, you want your money back because you ain't getting no refund. The government took it, something he had going on that took his refund. So because he ain't getting no money back, he want his money back. And I said, you know what? Just to keep down the drama and all stuff, because we were going back and forth about this.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm gonna refund. It was $100. I'm gonna refund you a little funky $100.
No. Girl, I think you about to tell me like
I think it was like $125. It was a regular tip for it. I said, I'm gonna refund your funky $225. And I told myself, I said, he's not coming back next year. But then he said, oh, you so nice. Oh, you so. What I thought was he needed some money, was trying
That's
to
what
find
it
a
is,
way
man,
to
to
get
get
some
it.
money. Yeah.
That's what it be.
But just the sake of the brand.
right.
You know what I mean? So I lied. I did it one time for my event.
Mhm.
I had a 2-day event in 2022.
Mhm.
It was non-refundable.
Mhm.
The person that paid the money, well, something came up on their end and they couldn't come. Now I done sent all the marketing stuff. I sent everybody who were attending virtually bags and cups and all these other gifts. You know, I get promo, I buy promo stuff.
Mhm.
Send them all this bag, a big old beautiful bag, the email Google link with all the books were about that thick
Mhm.
of information. I sent him all that stuff. He's like, oh, I can. I said, well, it's non-refundable.
Mm.
He started texting me and emailing me all these crazy messages and this and that and this
No,
and
he
that.
didn't.
He was just a nasty.
Mm.
So I said, I'm gonna refund your money. I'm gonna refund less the $300, and I'm gonna block you on everything. And don't
Thank you.
ever call me again,
Mhm.
because they're always gonna need you.
Yeah.
Oh, he was coming.
Somebody
always
gonna have
gonna
a
need a tax
question
preparer.
about, and no, this is not on the tax side. He got a trucking company.
Oh God, gee.
You
Oh,
always
would
gonna have a
definitely be.
question or something
Mhm.
that you need help with your trucking business.
Right,
Right.
right.
But because I blocked them, I ain't never heard from them again.
Mm.
Because I blocked them. I said, that's the first and last time, but just because of the sake of the
Your
Your
face.
face
personal
card.
Your face
brand,
card. Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
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 You gotta. That's one thing you have to do is protect your face card, even
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
people have this motto: "The customer is always right," which
Yep.
is technically you want to try to keep that.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, the customers are not always right.
Mhm.
You know, but it comes a time where you have to, because of your brand,
Yeah.
just do things that you wouldn't normally do, because it's like, all right, I already know what time it is with you. I'm gonna just go ahead and give you this and
Right.
put it on the way. Because Miss Johnson, she does that too, and that's something that I've learned. You know, just dealing with business, because sometimes you might be ready to
Go back and forth, and then they say the wrong
You
thing.
listen.
Everybody saying something online live and
Right.
stuff. I don't need all that.
You can't let your emotions run your business.
That's right. That's
And that was one of my biggest lessons in the beginning, because I would always get rah-rah about everything. But listen, you're a business owner now. So you're a business.
Right.
So you can't get all emotional about everybody that shits on you and do stuff. People gonna be people.
what you just said.
Look.
I was listening to a podcast yesterday that said the same thing.
Mhm.
The podcast is by it's called Money and Wealth with John wait a minute. John Hope Bryant. He's a multi,
I know John Hope.
probably
I
a
follow him.
billionaire.
Yeah, I follow him.
And one of the episodes that I listened to is called Why Success and Failure Are on Purpose on Spotify. It came out on September 19th, and he just said that. He said, never make an
Emotional.
he said, never make an emotional decision. Never make a decision when you are emotional.
Yeah.
You cannot let an emotional decision run your business, because
Okay.
it's always going to be wrong.
Yep.
And he was giving a reference of when he made that decision, and
It's almost
up.
always gonna be wrong, y'all.
Yeah.
You're making a decision when you emotional, you be like, just fuck all of these people.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give up. You could be running $500,000 company talking about, I'm just gonna give up. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna get a job. You ain't thinking.
Right.
You're not thinking, you're not looking at the data.
Right.
It could be one little itty bitty problem that needs to be fixed.
Right.
Now, if you just calm down and you just revisit tomorrow, you will probably feel a whole another way.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. We don't make decisions off of emotions anymore.
Mhm.
I gotta stop. I gotta come back and revisit it 2 or 3 days later.
That's
And
right.
see if I still feel the same way about it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And 9 times out of 10, we don't give a fuck no more. It's like something else that came up.
Yeah. That's true. That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's true. That was a perfect statement.
man.
Yeah. We time is running down. I got the
Time is running out.
y'all have these
Okay,
questions.
so what did she say? She
She
said,
said she need the next episode,
she
girl.
said, God got y'all. Y'all already won.
Oh, thank
I know
you.
that's right. Miss Melanie, what's up? You want to call in and talk
I might
to
have to take a
us?
nap before my thing tonight.
What time is it though?
Well, no, I'm not really sleepy. I just
Look
need
at
some coffee.
you.
I had the coffee at the hotel was
You know
not
what?
as good.
One thing I'm gonna tell you, Michelle. Everything. Okay, so you remember we went to the Invest Fest?
Yeah.
You got that. You had that crunch, that caramel crunch from Starbucks.
Yeah.
Ever since then, that's the only drink I've
And that's
had.
it. You know what I put in there?
That
An
thing was so
extra
good.
shot of espresso.
What?
To give me that extra coffee
Listen,
boost.
You want to go? We should go get some.
Yeah, we should get some.
Because I get
that
mine with
thing was
extra
so
caramel.
good, girl.
The
You
extra
got us
caramel.
drinking.
That thing good.
That's my drink.
And that crunch when you just
Yeah.
the whipped cream. I tell you that thing over.
Yes, we should go get some coffee.
Yeah. We
I
definitely
love
gonna get
that.
some coffee. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Like, it has been a pleasure. Y'all ain't asking no more questions.
It's been
Yeah,
nice.
So we tapping
we're gonna wrap this
out.
thing up. But listen, we got workshop October 26th.
Yes.
Meet us. Where they gonna meet us at?
In Forest Park, Georgia.
Okay.
Okay, Forest Park, Georgia. We're gonna teach you how to pivot in your life and or your business. And I say that life and or business because some people have W-2 jobs like myself and they have businesses or vice versa. I was able to pivot in my life when I didn't have the business. And I'm also going to teach you how to pivot in your business if you have a business and you're trying to find a way to make more money, to grow, to do different things, to scale. What they call it, scaling nowadays. So to scale your business, to grow, because let me tell you, we the ones to do it, baby. We have done that.
Okay.
We practice what we preach.
I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Okay.
We
practice.
nothing that we don't know.
Okay.
Nothing that we ain't already done did.
Hey, we didn't take And you got some people taking. Okay, I was talking to Tabby. I was telling her about the dispatch and how it's a pet peeve of mine where I see all these people offering dispatching classes and you never dispatch a day in their life, and they try to make like it's so easy. Just sign up for my dispatching course. It's so easy. That's a bunch of bull. Okay. It is hard. It's a lot. But it's like we did not just take a course or hear a podcast and now offering something. Right. We have done this ourselves. Right. We are still doing it ourselves. Right. Okay. So that's coming up $125. The link will be below so you can click on it, make the purchase.
That's right. That's right. All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up, y'all. Look, no questions for us?
Yes, we are so thankful that you.
We also got a workshop coming up November the 9th too.
November 9th. The
Business Masterclass workshop. Michelle had a speak last time.
I
she killed it.
She killed it. Good job, y'all. I did a good job, y'all.
I'm not even finished releasing all the footage of it.
Right.
I got so much damn footage that's backed up.
And somebody called me, and let me tell you, for the last week and a half, I got a list of calls I need to return. I have not been able to return any phone call because I've been so busy. I have not been home for one weekend for the last month. Yeah. And when I leave here tomorrow, I'm going to
money, girl.
Yeah, when I leave here tomorrow, I'm going to Indianapolis to my office to pick up my truck tag and to get some work done. And I leave tomorrow to come back to home to Georgia and then got to work some more.
You got an office in Indianapolis?
Yeah, that office I was talking about earlier. Yeah. See, and my truck tag and stuff and my title is waiting on my desk because the front desk people at Regis put it there. That's why I got the Regis office.
Lord. Wow.
I got my coffee. I got the refrigerator. I got the water. I got my copy and scanner. They even got a printing area for your shipping boxes. And they do everything right there. So I love Regis. I must say.
That's what's up. I never got to experience the whole virtual office thing.
Yeah, mine never. It's a real office. I didn't have to bring no front. It's $400-something I paid. It came with my desk. A computer desk, 2 chairs. So I got a file cabinet, everything's there. I got a little picture. You ever see my TikTok? I got one little picture back there. In the background. But everything's there. So the only thing I had to do was go and put the stuff down. Everything was already set. I didn't have to pay and do nothing extra.
I've never experienced.
So convenient, and everything is.
If I didn't buy this office, if I didn't have this office, I would have went with Regis.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah.
I would definitely have.
Listen, all in all, y'all, we are so happy that y'all stayed. Whoever stayed to the end.
Oh yeah, we've been on for what, 2 hours?
So
we've been on.
Y'all, listen.
It was so fast.
I'm not trying to cut it short.
Now my mama calling.
I am tired.
I'll call you back, mama.
I'm tired of feeling like a rotisserie chicken on a conveyor belt.
And now you got people. That's right. What up with your mama?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hey,
this life. How many people you got on there?
I got 2 now. I got 2.
Oh, you got 2.
I got 2. Hey, y'all.
Girl, hey, crazy. So, all right. Any other questions before we close out, y'all? Any other questions?
They ain't got no questions.
Any questions over here, y'all?
No questions.
Am I able to see the comment? I don't know how.
You gotta click on there.
What I think it said comment, so I don't know if I see somebody comment, let me see. Or no, I think that's the way it is.
Yeah, because the comments normally will comment on the side.
On that thing right there.
Yeah.
I swear, I'm gonna snatch my thing off before it's all over with.
Girl, I'm ready to snatch his ponytail off. Listen, y'all, we love y'all, but we gotta go.
Y'all, man.
Hey, Eddie. Oh, Eddie was here. Hey, Eddie. Hey, you was here the whole time, Eddie.
Yeah, you were here the whole time.
Now let me tell y'all. Before we leave, let me tell you about Eddie. Eddie's from Savannah. He lives in Atlanta. He actually lives in Jonesboro, not too far from me. And he has his own HVAC company. And he also works in 9 to 5. So he works in building and growing his HVAC company.
Mm.
He
Wow.
came and did some work in my office, commercial,
What he say?
and it was amazing.
He's like,
Yes. Yes. Eddie, I got on makeup, you see?
no, she did. Y'all, she did. Look.
Hey, it's Saturday night, so if you still here when the little lounge open up, you know we gonna.
Well, let me tell you what my little sister told me last
What
night.
she say?
She said that she wanted to take me out and she did not want to go to Odyssey. She wanted to go to Bootleggers or Bootleg or whatever
What
it's
is
called.
that?
I don't know. But she said she is not, she's like young.
She don't want to go down. She
She's
been
in
going
her
there.
20s, so
Listen,
she's
she
not
20.
trying to go.
She not about to be stepping with us tonight.
Yeah.
We about to be stepping
And then
tonight,
she had
okay?
her to tell me when I go out with her to find a corner and sit down somewhere because you can't do all that dancing like I do. I said, well, you ain't going out with me, baby, because let me tell you something. I have my fun. I be dancing.
She showed them.
Oh,
I might
I
be
be like,
hurting tomorrow, but I
oh.
dance.
Every time she gonna get up and dance. If she know the line dance, she gonna do it.
Thank
okay?
you. Thank you, Eddie.
what he said? What he say? He
He
said,
said, thank you. I see you look good. Thank you, Eddie.
Wow.
Let me find out. Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But he's good though. He's good. He came and he did the commercial stuff because
Mhm.
I'm no longer with my ex, so he
She
can't do.
look. You see how she cleared it up?
Yeah, I'm no longer with my ex, so he doesn't do nothing for me anymore. Okay.
All
so-
right.
you get more viewers now.
Oh, no. I guess I had to.
That's how you gotta
was
talk.
single.
That's how you
Yes, I
gotta
am
talk.
single.
There
I
you
am
go.
single and ready to
There you
mingle.
go.
But just don't ask me for no coffee because then you gonna kick me off. Don't ask
Oh
me
my
for no coffee.
God.
Because I drink my coffee at home on my Bambino. That's what it's called, my Bambino.
Like I said,
And that's something all this time I just get full when I say I got an ex-boyfriend.
that's how it be.
Because it be
I'm
kind of
telling
like,
You gotta
restriction.
tell the people.
Well,
you
I
gotta let them
haven't
know.
really talked about my personal life before.
Mm.
Really.
That's a whole other episode. Let them wait.
Yeah, oh
You
yeah, that's
need to-
another.
You need to talk about your personal.
But you need to.
That's an episode by
Yeah.
itself.
No,
girl.
Hey,
That's
hey,
a
listen,
series.
we're gonna tap into relationship and business. We're gonna talk. We're gonna tap
Oh,
into,
that's cool.
we're
That's
gonna
interesting.
do that. We're gonna do
That's
that.
gonna be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure people want to know, especially Mr. Eddie over there. What do you say?
Yeah.
He
No, he
said,
was saying, "Oh, I don't like coffee any damn way."
And he say I don't like coffee any damn way. I know that's right.
Okay, no, it's fine.
Look,
Okay,
look, see?
now when I say I'm single,
That's right. All the niggas
now,
on
all
your
this
shit.
time I've been on here for over 2 hours. I only had one person watching. Now I'm single. I got 5 people watching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
see?
views coming up now. They say, "Oh, you single."
Yeah.
No mind. Somebody need to put the eyes in the comment. All right, y'all. For real. We are so appreciative of everybody who tapped in.
Yeah.
Let's see, who is that? It say, hey y'all. Who is that?
Hey.
That was me.
Oh, that
okay.
was you. Oh.
No. The
Let me see. Somebody
Adrian said the
masterclass.
masterclass was awesome. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Adrian.
I really had a great time.
I did too. It was really a good time.
Oh, it
Yes.
was such
It
a
was
good
a good
time.
time.
I
But
really
you know
enjoyed
what?
it.
Call me crazy, but I feel like this is gonna turn into something really big.
I think so.
Like
Especially when
seriously.
You
next
feel like
year
everything
comes.
gonna turn into something.
But no,
Yeah.
2025 is gonna be our year because I'm not gonna say anything. 2025 gonna be
Yeah,
our
That's
year.
gonna be it.
That's
I
gonna
ain't
be our
gonna say
year.
nothing either.
2025.
But that's the year right there.
That's gonna be our year. That's gonna be our year.
Right,
2025.
right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. You know how the friends when you be on the phone, you be like, all right, girl, I'm about to get off the phone. They keep conversation going. No, for real, y'all. We are over.
Listen,
our
y'all ain't answer no questions. We gotta be over and out. I got an
Yeah.
account actually right behind my office
Yeah.
that I gotta check
Yeah.
because the contractor just brung the stuff and he just got finished. So I gotta make sure he did a good job.
Yeah.
Because I asked him, I was like, so how was everything? Boy,
He got finished real quick.
yeah.
He was a 3-hour clean.
I
Yeah,
don't know that mop pretty. That mop pretty dirty. That mop pretty dirty.
It is.
Yeah.
So we gonna see.
And the bucket.
And then let's do a surviving the clean industry over there.
Babe, let's
Oh,
get
that
some
was good.
We're gonna let y'all follow us. What you got going on for the rest of the day?
Well, I gotta
We
go
gonna
see
let
my
Michelle go. She
family.
gotta see her family.
Yeah,
She
and
done
then
put
tonight
family
I'm gonna go party.
Yay!
With the class of 1999, baby. 1999. We gonna be partying, baby.
1999.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm
All right, y'all. For real. We over and we
Okay.
out, y'all.
All right,
We
bye,
appreciate
y'all.
y'all.
Thank you.
We gone.
All
Okay.
right, bye bye.
All right, y'all.